If you've been watching television recently, you've probably heard the bad news. The Trump administration is over, toast, cooked, done for good, and along with it, any hope of the middle-class revolution that 63 million Americans voted for 2 years ago. The reason for this tragedy is simple. The president has been caught committing felonies. Here's what the legal experts without law degrees are saying on television.
If precedent means anything in the Trump era, Donald Trump must be impeached because of the crimes prosecutors say he committed in the Michael Cohen case.
Both parties need to get on board to pass articles of impeachment.
You have conspiracy, you have obstruction, you have campaigns finance, and you have emoluments. If the Democrats do not pursue this vigorously, they will be in some ways held accountable for abdicating their responsibility. It goes to the moral question, the ethical question. Democracy is at stake.
This criminal must be brought up by the Congress of the United States for impeachment.
You just can't abuse it. Freedom, get moving. Never gonna stop till everybody proving on love for one another. Call it some praying and call it some
praying. Want to get it off your chest? Call the Dave Weinbaum Show. Except for ourselves, we don't suffer fools here. Want politics and fun sprinkled with a lot of laughs? You're in the right place. Heard in 50 states and 98 countries, now in its 11th year. The Dave Weinbaum Show is on the air. Remember that Jimmy Stewart Christmas movie? Every time a Christmas bell rings, an angel gets his wings. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to say this to all the libs in the mainstream media. Every time you mention impeachment, a Democrat walks away from the Democratic Communist Party. We know a little bit more today than we did yesterday about the plan to overthrow the president, and then once elected, the insurance plan that Strzok and Page talked about to have him impeached. This started way before the election under the Obama administration. And the Obama administration directing via a false and phony Russian dossier paid for by Hillary and the DNC to get a FISA warrant on Trump campaign people who they knew could possibly get caught up in conversations with Donald Trump. So basically they were wiring Trump and his family and associates as well. And this was signed off for by a FISA court. It was submitted by James Comey, who signed it as authentic, but he doesn't even remember reading it. By the way, it's illegal to do that, to have something that has not been vetted taken to the FISA court and then swearing that you know it's true. James Comey committed a crime, then Sally Yates, then Rod Rosenstein several times reinstituted the dossier as a reason to wire the Trump administration, his family, and his associates. And then Comey on January 24th, 2017, 4 days after the inauguration of Donald J. Trump for the President of the United States, Plan B started to kick in, the insurance policy. He sent second-in-command McCabe and chief investigator Strzok to the White House for a meeting, a congenial one at first, with the NSA head, General Flynn, who was unaware he was wired illegally 4 days after the inauguration. And Comey is now bragging about it. They did this purposely and willfully to trick him because they told him that it was informal and that he did not need a lawyer. They used his inconsistencies to prove to Flynn that he was lying. And if you're hanging around in a meeting that you know is no big deal, and you're spouting about stuff that you know you're not under legal obligation to say or tell the truth, or you just forget or mix facts up, and then you're convinced you lied, and you don't have a chance to consult with your lawyer who's supposed to be there to prove that he was innocent. Well, they threatened him and his son with ruin. They already threatened bankruptcy, and he was getting close to it once he did get the lawyers. So he pled to save his ass and his son's ass. And this destroyed the reputation of this 33-year, three-star general and hero. Plus, the 302s, the report on the actual interview with General Flynn, was supposed to be in almost immediately, and 5 days later they still hadn't got it. And guess what? 7 months later is when they put the 302 in. That is totally against FBI procedures because people forget. And in this case, they composed. They composed lies. They composed whatever they wanted to say about Flynn. And it was lied about by the real criminals, Strzok, McCabe, and Comey, all fired by the FBI, either the FBI or, in Comey's case, Donald J. Trump. You know, it's not just me who's steamed. The judge, Sullivan, who was likewise ticked off by the sentencing of Ted Stevens, a senator from Alaska, he was furious at that. And now he's so furious that he has ordered Mueller to come up with all this evidence by 3 p.m. today. He was supposed to get it to him 6 months ago. But now he says, you get it to me 3 p.m. today. And guess what? If that judge is judicious and wise, Flynn may be freed today and his guilty plea rescinded. But don't count on it. And I'll tell you in a minute. Because first, I want to greet you. Thank you very much for listening to the Dave Weinbaum Show. I'm here with radio legend Stan Hines and radio legend in the morning, Friday mornings. That would be my fiance, the lovely Lisa Strausser.
Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning, Stan. How are you?
Good morning. Great.
And I think we have our first call. By the way, we are going to give away a fabulous McDonald's $35 gift card. You know, get all the fresh beef you want for $35, that is. And I don't know who this is. I have no idea who it is, but welcome to the show, JJ. What's your name and where are you calling from?
Well, this has never been a legend in my life, JJ, from Rolla.
You know what? I don't have either. What's wrong with the...
I don't know.
All right.
All the way up.
JJ, call me right back, will you?
You got it.
Thanks.
Weird.
All right, so yeah, there he is. All right. We're going to... Either you're whispering or we got a problem with the phone. What's your... hi there. Is this JJ?
Yes, it is. Can you hear me now?
Barely. What's going on, Stan?
Beats the heck out of me. That's
All right, well,
as loud as we got.
Just loud. Just be as loud as you can, okay?
All right. Is that better?
Yeah, it's a little better. Sure.
Okay. I'll do the best that I can.
Okay.
You're absolutely right. The Flynn sentence was an abomination. And if there's any justice in this world, he will be set free. Of course, he's bankrupt. His reputation has been sullied. His career is over. And I think all of this happened at the direction of the Obamas initially. You can bet that they sicked these morons on him. I want to know where the justice is in that. Where is the prosecution of the Obamas? Where is the prosecution of these people that have persecuted Cohen and Flynn and so many more?
Well,
there's a lot of us plain old redneck folks out here in the heartland of the country that thinks this is an abomination and it needs to be stopped.
You said we can't hear it.
I think the judge will do the right thing. And
well, I hope he will, but, I don't have a lot of confidence in that. I don't have a lot of confidence in the judicial system based on the fact that, judges are lawyers, and lawyers become judges and prosecutors.
I do recognize that, but there's bound to be a clear conscience somewhere in this morass.
I think you got to put political pressure on these judges, and or you've got to have these judges term limits, get in and out, because they get political. Look at the Ninth Circuit out there.
Oh my God! Let's bomb the Ninth Circuit. That would be the best thing to happen to that mess. The most overturned federal court in the land.
You got it.
That ought to tell you something.
That's for sure.
We had 2 calls, says we can't even hear him. Sorry about that.
All right, listen, JJ, nobody can hear you on the phone.
So,
Okay. Well,
sorry.
I'll talk to you next week then.
All right, well, thanks a lot, JJ. I heard you. So thanks a lot. I don't know. We got phone problems today, ladies and gentlemen. It happens.
Yeah.
It's live radio. What's that lever down there, those red levers?
I don't know which levers you're talking about.
These right here.
These right here are our pods. This one here is the one for him. It's all the way up.
All right, well, Jesse, why don't you practice some calls? We're going to work on it, folks, so don't worry. Maybe it's a good time just to take a break. What do you think?
Yeah.
Why don't we see if we get that
See
one?
if you can hear this.
All right.
All right.
Let's see.
Hi there. Welcome to the Dave Weinbaum Show. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
This is Larry from Rolla.
Yeah, it's not good.
No, we still can't hear
All
it.
right, Larry, call back in about after the break. Let's see if we can't fix these phones, okay?
You got it.
Thanks, buddy. Appreciate it. All right, we're going to take a break right now. You ready, Stan?
As soon as I get over here.
Okay. I love radio. Live radio, baby. I love it. All right, you never know what's going to happen here.
Living on the edge.
Living on the edge, baby. AT&T, where are you? Okay, we're going to be back in a minute. I'd like to say call the show. Hopefully the phones will be fixed by that. 573-364-4433 to get it off your chest.
For the best in steaks, wine, and great conversation, visit Matt's Steakhouse. Matt's Steakhouse has banquet facilities for all of your event needs, from small office parties to large wedding receptions and everything in between. Matt's Steakhouse, open for lunch and dinner Tuesday through Saturday, located on the Dillon Outer Road in Rolla, just east of exit 189. Call Matt's Steakhouse at 364-1220 to book your next event for the best in steaks, wine, and great conversation. compensation. Visit Matt's Steakhouse.
The Akar Real Estate sign in the yard is your first step to sold. Whether buying or selling, put the best team of realtors to work for you. Akar Real Estate is the top-selling real estate agency in 4 counties. They work diligently to make your real estate transactions happen. Independently owned and operated for over 12 years by Delek Akar, broker-owner. When you want results that move you, call the professionals at Akar Real Estate at 368-SELL. That's Akar Real Estate at 368-7355.
Sales results obtained from Maris Incorporated.
Whether you're planning a small family get-together or large company gathering for the holidays, Lucas Wine and Spirits has what you need, plus great gift ideas too at Lucas Wine and Spirits Superstore, 15678 Manchester Road, where the smart people shop.
And now you can shop online at lucasliquorstl.com. With a superstore inventory, Lucas Wine and Spirits is sure to have just what you're looking for. From beer, wine, and all your spirits. Lucas Liquor in Ellisville on Manchester.
Does your trip to the dentist office sound like this? If so, it's time to come see the friendly staff at Forum Dental, where they make dentistry simple and fun. Forum Dental is committed to patient satisfaction and high-quality dental care. So come to Forum Dental, where they do it all, from teeth cleaning and whitening to bridges and crowns and so much more. At Forum Dental, they make every dental experience a pleasant one. Forum Dental, working together to be better. Visit their website at forumdental.com.
When it comes to investing, here's something to think about. First, are you satisfied with results? Has your advisor taken the time to learn your investment objectives and devised a plan for achieving them? If you answered no to any of those questions, it's time to call St. Louis money manager Lindbergh Capital Management at 314-416-0055. You'll quickly see the difference. They take the time to get to know you, learn your goals, and what's appropriate for you. Call Lindbergh Capital Management today at 314-416-0055.
From Apples to Xboxes, we fix it all. Call us today, A1 Tech. More than just computer repair. We'll fix your laptop, your desktop, and so much more. On site or mobile, from Apples to Xboxes, we fix it all. Call us today, A1 Tech.
Call A1 Tech right now at 573-458-9175.
Follow me at DaveWeinbaum.net, at The Dave Weinbaum on Twitter, and streaming live on the Dave Weinbaum Show Facebook page.
They have 6,000 pages of evidence that they've gone through. The foundation raised $2.5 billion, and they're looking into potential improprieties. What's next on this investigation?
Well, I think for the American people, they want to bring some closure, not just a few sound bites here or there. So we're going to be having a hearing this week, not only covering over some of those 6,000 pages that you're talking about, but hearing directly from 3 whistleblowers that have actually spent the majority of the last 2 years investigating this. Some of the allegations they make are quite explosive, Martha. And as we just look at the contributions, now everybody's focused on the contributions for the Clinton Foundation and what has happened just in the last year. But if you look at it, it had a very strong rise. The minute she was selected as Secretary of State, it dipped down when she was no longer then rose again when she decided to run for president.
All right, that's Chuck Meadows. We're still working on the phones, and let's see if we can't, we're going to do a little test here. Anybody wants to get in this contest, now Jesse's calling the show. And let's see if it works. Hi there. Welcome to the Dave Weinbaum Show. What's your name and where are you calling from?
Am I in the contest?
Uh-oh.
Yeah, hold on. Just keep talking.
Okay.
All right. It's still not really working. All right. What's that? Well, I'm just trying to see if it'll work if you talk into the phone. Go ahead and talk. You guys mess with it, and I'll do my show. How's that? All right. Yeah, we're still having. All right, we're going to work on this until we get it right. I'll just do my show, and we'll go along from there. Okay, everybody's upset now. I'm not. I'm cool. I'm fine.
No, you're not.
No, not really.
You just think you're cool.
Well, what are you going to do? I mean, I got a show to do. The show's ready.
Well, if you can't hear people.
I love the callers, but I can do the show without callers.
Well, you could just.
Mr. Callers.
Hello.
Yes.
You could just repeat their questions on the air so people can hear them.
I suppose so.
Oh my!
Because I can hear a little bit, and for me that's not a typical thing, right, honey? Because
no, you've been deaf all morning.
What?
You've been deaf all morning,
I can't hear you.
And it continues.
Would you speak up?
Done.
All right. So anyways, that was
done.
Mark Meadows. There's a big deal going on with the Hillary Foundation, but don't get your hopes up, folks. We know this society, this United States of America, shamefully, there's no justice. There's no equal justice under the law. These guys are all covering up for their crimes. We're talking about ex-FBI director and now the special prosecutor, Mueller, McCabe, Comey, all with the FBI or the DOJ, Mueller being the head of the FBI, when Hillary put it out a for sale sign the moment she got into the Secretary of State's office and got $150 million plus a nice little tip for Bill, $500,000 contributed to the Clinton Foundation. All right? Anybody have any problem with that? Well, maybe you should after you figure out that she and her cohorts in other areas of the Obama administration voted to sell Russia. I thought Russia was supposed to be our enemies. They sold Russia uranium, 20% of our uranium. Now, the last I heard, and somebody from the S&T, University of Missouri, S&T, could correct me, that the uranium is used to make what? Nuclear weapons. So we sold, according to the liberals and the mainstream media, our worst enemy, 20% of our uranium supply to what? Make nuclear weapons. Does that make sense, anybody?
Not me.
So where's the investigation on that? Why isn't Mueller? Isn't that collusion? Isn't that conspiracy? Right there? Conspiracy is something you do to commit a crime. Now, this has exploded, according to Mark Meadows, in such that they have whistleblowers from the Clinton Foundation. Whistleblowers. That means people inside the Clinton Foundation have ratted out not only Hillary, but Bill. And Bill was using this Clinton Foundation as his private piggy bank, and they couldn't stop him. 6,000 pages of evidence and 2 or 3 whistleblowers, all who worked for the Clintons. We're not talking about Republicans here. We're talking about Clinton supporters, and they're all ratting them out. Now, remember Benghazi? We were all we knew what happened there. It was lied about. 4 Americans were murdered, killed, and they lied about it. You know, the Obama administration, wow, we don't have any scandals. We never had an indictment in our administration, you know. Well, maybe it's time. You know, maybe it's time that all of those crimes were revisited. Going to have a new sheriff in town in terms of an AG, and he looks like a pretty good one. I forgot his name for the moment. Is it Barry? What's his name? You know?
Bill Barr? William
Yeah, Barr. Yeah. That's it. Barr. I'm not sure it's Bill, but it's Barr. That's for sure. William Barr.
William,
right.
Yeah.
And he was the Attorney General for, George Herbert Walker Bush. And I think he got 100% of the vote, Democrats and Republicans. So how are these Democrats going to vote against him? And I don't think he's. I get the sense that this guy's a no BS guy. So he's coming up. Anyways, we're going to have the rabbi on here shortly. I'm very sorry about the phones. Things happen in the radio business. I've seen it happen. Stan, this has never happened to you, though, has it?
No.
Really?
Oh, yeah, it's happened.
Lie like a rug. Don't lie to me. For a minute there, you had me believing it. I'm so vulnerable, ladies and gentlemen. I'm just like a little baby out there, and I believe everybody. Well, you okay, honey?
Yeah.
No, don't choke on your breakfast.
Just a little.
What's that smell? Oh, God.
Eggs.
She brought her eggs in. That's not a good smell to smell while you're trying to do a radio show, I don't think. There ought to be a law. Do we have a Sicilian moment for... I feel like a Sicilian moment. About time.
I tried to close the bar, but I couldn't even bend it. Forget about it.
How can you forget about it? We heard that one last week.
We did.
Yeah.
We didn't show that it was played. Sorry.
Okay. I remember talking about it last week.
I think we listened to it last week in here.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that's good. I could be mixed up.
Yeah. By the way, our engineer's on his way over here.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Okay. I could be mixed up, but you know what? You know what I say to that?
Forget about it.
Forget about it. All right.
That's kind of what.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. Right. I tell you what. Should we take a break now, or let's take a break and then put the rabbi on, and hopefully we've got a great lineup today. Let me tell you what it is. We got the rabbi. Cheryl Chumley's back. We've got Laura Loomer again live, and the trials and trails of Laura Loomer. I mean, there's going to be movies made about this gal. Okay, yep. She is going to be she's becoming a legend. And we've got Dr. Amy calling in, and then a new guest, Melissa. Why don't you go ahead and try to answer that, Stan? I don't care. Just see what we can do. Hi there. Welcome to the Dave Weinbaum Show. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Can you hear me now?
No. Dang it. I can hear you. You know what? Should I try just...
That's the bad part is we can hear you in our headphones.
All right, well, I'll repeat his questions, but people won't believe me. They think I'm making all this stuff up. I'm not that smart, everybody. Guess what? JJ, you got anything more to say?
I got plenty to say, but I'll tell you what, take me off the air and put me on Stan, and I got maybe a solution for it.
Put you on what?
Put me on the phone with Stan.
Okay, go ahead. Go on the phone with Stan. And it should. He's got a solution. JJ does. You know, the guy's been around since the Civil War, so he probably, he's gaining a lot of knowledge via that. But anyhow, we've got a great lineup. We've got again the Rabbi Cheryl, and this gal who's calling in, Melissa Oden. I met her at the Pregnancy Resource Center in Rolla 7 years ago. And hopefully we get the phones fixed before her interview, because her interview is live. And, another reason not to do phoned-in interviews, because I know these interviews are going to work, unless something's wrong with the computer. All right? We're going to hear from Tucker Carlson. We heard from Mark Meadows. We heard going to hear from Alan Dershowitz. It's interesting. You got all these lawyers on the other side say, oh, my God. And these are liberal lawyers saying, oh, well, Trump is toast. Well, Dershowitz is also a liberal lawyer, and he's one of the best in the world. And he's saying, no, there's no law broken here. That's ridiculous. And I've been practicing law for 53 years. So he's on the other side of that. And you got Trump, Pelosi, and Schumer in a room. Wow, who survives? And that'll come up. And also we have, we're going to carry this, the baby, it's cold outside. We're going to carry that out. We have a solution, we think, to that song. And that's what the show's going to be. But right now, we're going to do a break. Okay, remember the number, write it down, because I will scream it out when we get the phones fixed.
578-2700. And we can use your phone.
Really? Do you have my phone?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, Get it now. 573-578-2700. So, JJ, call me back, quick. All right, anyways, let's do a commercial first.
Okay.
All right. The number is 573-578-2700. Get it off your chest.
Price Chopper in Rolla for the best quality products and the freshest produce in the area. With a full-service deli, bakery, and butcher cafe, you can feed the whole family with ease. Cold cuts to sushi, barbecue, and a huge salad bar. Kick back and relax, and enjoy your lunch in our dining room, located in Forum Plaza on Forum Drive in Rolla. Don't forget to sign up for a rewards program and save money on groceries today. For orders and catering, give them a call today at 573-364-1771. Open 7 days a week, 6 a.m. to 11 p.m. Price Chopper in Rolla.
Welcome to the greatest rock and roll show on earth. Tonight's feature is Melrose Asphalt and Quarry, featuring their greatest hits, guaranteed low prices, guaranteed work, and their #1 hit, locally owned and operated. So call and get your tickets to the greatest rock and roll show on earth. Melrose Asphalt and Quarry, 364-9101. That's 364-9101. Melrose Asphalt is a local business and non-natural rock band.
Hi, this is Sarah Weinbaum, massage therapist at Lavish Day Spa, formerly known as Terra Day Spa. Come visit me at our all-new location on North Bishop next to Steak and Shake. Come take your stress and worries away with our full-service salon and day spa, featuring discounts on Dermalogica and other skincare items offered with a purchase of a facial. New location, same number, 364-0905. Come sail away at Lavish Day Spa in Rolla.
Come see the professionals at Brown Vet Clinic of Rolla, where they promise to place your pet's health and wellness above all considerations. They communicate openly with you about the individual preventative needs of your pet and help protect them from common infectious and contagious diseases while using the best available methods, no matter how big or small the animal. The staff is there to help you 24/7 and will get you an appointment as quickly as possible. Give Brown Vet Clinic a call today for all your animal needs. 364-1919.
When it comes to title insurance, you have a choice. With over 37 years of combined experience in the title insurance industry, the staff at Premier Title Group is ready to help you with all your real estate transactions in Phelps, Crawford, Dent, Marys, Pulaski, and Texas counties. With unmatched customer service and one of the friendliest staffs in the area, you will find that at Premier Title Group, we truly live up to our motto, providing you with a premier experience during your real estate transaction. Tell your realtor and lender that you choose Premier Title Group. May God bless our troops and our emergency responders.
It's been 35 years since Muffler Mart has opened their doors, and now you can come visit them at their new location on Highway 63 South, just across from Phelps County Fairgrounds in Rolla. Marty, Keith, and Carl combined have over 120 years of auto experience. Woo! Their name says Muffler Mart, but they do it all. So the next time you need work on your vehicle, head to the new location of Muffler Mart on Highway 63 South, just across from Phelps County Fairgrounds in Rolla. For appointments, call 364-5434. That's 364-5434.
The Flooring Factory Outlet in St. James has the best prices and the biggest selection in the area, and they can save you the most money. From incredible ceramic tile to hardwood, carpet, and laminate, the Flooring Factory Outlet can do the deal. So if you need flooring, they have it. Open Monday through Friday from 9 till 5 and Saturday from 10 till 4. Easy to find at 1111 West James Boulevard in St. James or call 265-1111. The Flooring Factory Outlet, the #1 flooring store in the area.
If you've been waiting till the end of the year to get the best deal on a new vehicle, then your wait is over. I'm Jeremy Shelton, General Manager, and the Big Finish event is going on right now at Taylor Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram. We have literally thousands of dollars of incentives available, or up to 72 months with 0% financing on qualified vehicles. Come see why the Jeep Wrangler and the Ram 1500 were voted Motor Trend's 2019 SUV and Truck of the Year. It's the Big Finish event going on now at your hometown dealer, Taylor Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram, or online at TaylorChryslerRolla.com.
Follow me at DaveWeinbaum.net, at The Dave Weinbaum on Twitter, and streaming live on the Dave Weinbaum Show Facebook page.
We're staring down the barrel of a constitutional crisis. And that crisis stems from what MSNBC describes as, quote, the crimes prosecutors say the president committed in the Michael Cohen case. Which crimes were those? We have the answer. The relevant details were spelled out in a piece that ran over the weekend in the New York Times under this headline, quote, prosecutors say Trump directed illegal payments during campaign. The gist of the story is this. Trump's former lawyer, Michael Cohen, has told federal prosecutors that he facilitated payments to 2 women who said they had affairs with Donald Trump. And then, well, actually, that's it. That's the entire story right there. Paying these two women, say federal prosecutors and their flacks at NBC News, was a serious crime, a crime worthy of impeachment, if not indictment.
Not illegal. Not illegal, not even close to illegal.
Answer it.
Not even close to illegal. All right, now, say something, honey.
JJ, are you there?
I am here.
I can hear you. All right, how does that work? Because he didn't have to do the switch.
No, we're not going through the Gentner, so yeah.
All right, so you got to call me at 573-578-2700. All right, so...
What's on your mind, man?
I don't know, man.
Well,
what?
I'm telling you, this is kind of a cheap and dirty fix for down landlines, but I guess it'll work.
Cheap and dirty, baby. We'll go any way we can. You know that.
Yeah. You know, you're talking about the Cohen conviction. What about the $1.2 million fine that Obama's administration paid for campaign finance issues?
Well, they paid a fine. Were there any indictments? Was there any indictments? Did anybody go to jail? Did anybody get impeached? No.
No, that was plain old settled out of court.
Yep. All right. You got that. Hey, JJ, I have one more question. What should I charge KKID to rent my phone?
$1,000 a minute.
$1,000.
All right, you know, everybody can hear him, right? I'm guessing everybody can hear him now, right?
Yeah.
All right, well, now you can call the show. Only you got to call my personal phone number, and that's good because sometimes I get very lonely. Not since I met Lisa, though.
I'll say, why?
Not since I met Lisa.
Well, we're still waiting to find out what JJ has to say. Or is he already gone?
Oh, he already did it.
He's gone.
Nope, we got another call coming in.
Another call coming in. But
so
just
don't you have to answer it?
I don't know what to do now.
You got to answer the phone.
Well, JJ, are you done, or you got
JJ
more
off.
stuff to talk about?
JJ, you done?
I'm just about done. Just remember, Bill and Hillary can't even draw flies.
All right, man, I got to go.
They can't.
Hit the button.
All right. There we go.
No, I would have had to put him on hold or end his call.
Okay, fine. Yeah. Well, now we've lost that call. Call back, caller, 573-578-2700. We're going by this step by step.
Right, just one call at a time.
Step by step.
Much like my...
One leg after the other. There it is, honey. You got to pay attention to what's going on. Hi there. Welcome to I think it's the Dave Weinbaum Show. What's your name? Where are you calling from? Hello?
Dave, I'm calling you back.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God.
Let me tell you something. There's a lot of crooks up there in Washington, D.C. And if you could dig it all up, you can find all kinds of stuff. This ain't right what they do.
So let me ask you a question. Are you the Sicilian's nephew, cousin,
grandfather,
brother, aunt, uncle?
Be careful. That's why in Sicily. We were so bad in Italy, they gave us the boot out.
They write off the fungied toe. Oh, I can't say that. Oh, that's terrible. I apologize. I apologize. Tell your Sicilian relative there. I apologize.
For your show, Dave. And
Thanks.
remember, we are coming in as immigrants. Immigrants are not illegals.
Immigrants are not illegals. Well, in your case, it was not until they actually got to the United States that, wait a minute, no, I'm not going there, all right? No, I'm not.
When you into a port of entry, you can come in as an immigrant.
Right, a legal immigrant, right.
Jump a fence. Well, jump a fence, wrong property.
That's right. That's right.
Wrong side.
Okay. Well, go back to your gambling business. Go back to your collection business, sir, and you have a great day.
God bless all of you.
Right. God bless you. God bless you, Don Sicilian's cousin, uncle, aunt. I don't know who you are. All right. Call the show 57. Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, 573. Wait, hold on. 573-578-2700. I can only do two numbers at a time.
I know.
It's not good. All right, time for the rabbi. So wait a couple of minutes before you call. You know what? We got it fixed.
Yeah,
we jimmied it together, didn't we?
That's right. That's right.
All right.
That's
what you do when you watch things like Gold. Was it?
Gold Rush?
Gold Rush. Absolutely. Those guys are always jimmying and fixing things.
Sure.
And doing these fixes that you can't, they can't just go to the hardware store because there are none up there.
That's right.
All right, so
Bad analogy.
Here comes the rabbi.
Yeah, 1 second, Dave. You were talking to another rabbi? Sounds like you're cheating on me.
No, actually, I'm cheating with you on him because he was the first rabbi. Listen to this. I got rabbis fighting over me. This is kind of weird. Ladies and gentlemen, official rabbi to Missouri, future rabbi to the Trump Third Temple Hotel, Golf Course, Casino, and Spa, world traveler and official rabbi to the Dave Weinbaum Show, Rabbi Moshe Rothschild. Oh, wow. Man. Boy, is this place crowded. This place is crowded. Jesse? There you go. Oh, my goodness. All right, enough. That's enough. He's not that good. He's pretty good, but he's not that good. All right, ladies and gentlemen, Rabbi Moshe, how are you doing, Rabbi?
Good. How you doing, Dave?
I'm good. Hey, Mark Lamont, you would think as important as he is that you'd actually know his name. It's not Mark Lamont. It's Mark Lamont Hill. Now I know you're I know you're dying to do this, but you know what? If you called me David Michael, nobody would know it was Weinbaum. All right, Mark Lamont Hill. No. I knew all about him. Now, why don't you tell the folks what this is about?
Yeah. Oh, I guess I'm over the hill.
Yes, there you go. Well, why are you over the hill? All right. Don't make me beg you for a response.
I'm over the hill because this guy stood in front of the UN at a gathering that was meant to be this sort of pro-Palestine gathering. Which fine, you want to freedom of speech, you want to get together, and that's fine. But he stood there and basically, in pretty much outright called for violence against Israel. Used the expression in his talk of that it should be Palestine should be free from the river to the sea, which is basically code word for the destruction of the Jewish state. He called for armed resistance against the Jewish state, which is basically that's not free speech. When you're encouraging violence, that's actually illegal speech.
And he praised terrorists who killed Jews.
Correct. It's saying free speech is limited by calls to violence. So, there's one thing you want to criticize Israel. You want to talk about, Israel as an apartheid state and all these other lies. That's one thing. But it's another level when you're encouraging violence. Now, he has a history of anti-Semitism. There's a history between him and Louis Farrakhan. And, he subsequently, quote-unquote, apologized. But if you ask me, he's just trying to protect his career, and I would spell the rear part, R-E-A-R, because, everyone's a big talker until suddenly, they lose their job, which he lost at CNN as a commentator at CNN. He didn't lose his professorship at Temple, but he should, and who knows, he just may. But, as soon as there's to be consequences for shooting their mouth off, they suddenly, quote unquote, apologize, like Linda Sarsour did. Right. But we don't accept that. We got to look at Mark Lamont Hill as the totality of his career, and not just that one event, because beforehand he had made many anti-Semitic statements. He had associated with Louis Farrakhan, and suddenly when he's called to task and it's going to hurt his income, he suddenly becomes all apologetic. So we see that really as disingenuous. we can't trust that apology.
Okay.
So
thank you for remembering Mark.
I would
Lamont
ask
Hill.
your listeners.
Yes.
I would ask your listeners to send an email to president@temple.edu. That's where he's and demand that they don't stand with him. It's one thing to encourage, like I said, free speech, but they're standing with someone who's encouraging violence against the state of Israel, and that to me is really wrong. That they should let him go.
Okay, hey, let's talk a little bit about Trump wanting this $5 billion from Congress to fund the wall to protect the United States of America.
Right.
And compare that to Obama stealing $1.7 billion in cash in American taxpayer money to bribe Iranians. How much of that money that Obama stole was used to kill Muslims, Christians, Jews recently?
Right. You're exactly right, Dave. There's this insane standard that guys like Chuck Schumer, they're just not getting it. And Trump is correct in saying that he's going to shut down the U.S. government unless the Democrats come up and agree to fund the wall. Because look, the wall, it's worked. It's worked in Israel to prevent suicide bombers. It's worked to prevent terrorism. It worked to end the Arab Intifada, the Arab uprising in the early 2000s. There's a history and there's proof that it does work. And the United States southern border is porous. We know that terrorists have come through there. We know that drug runners have come through there. And it's about time the U.S. close that border and make it difficult. Of course, it's never impossible to make it very, very difficult for those who would do harm to the United States to get through. And these guys should be tossed out of office. Guys like Schumer, Pelosi, that don't want to fund such a thing. They should be thrown right out of office. They're not protecting. The number one job of an elected official is to protect the people of the United States, and they're shirking their responsibility, if you ask me.
Hey, let me have a little update on terror. You got Strasbourg, France. The Israeli attacks, you've had a real upbeat in terror in Israel. A Jewish cemetery was defaced in Strasbourg. So let me know what's going on.
Well, I think we may have mentioned on air last week, 2 weeks ago, CNN reported that in a survey they did in Europe that 1 out of 5, 20% of Europeans are anti-Semitic. And what I thought you were going to mention also, it's not just in Europe, but this week an Arab terrorist opened fire in north of Jerusalem in Samaria, and they just reported an hour ago that there was a pregnant mother that we knew that was hit, and the pregnant mother survived, and her baby was taken out at 30 weeks, and the baby just died. We just got that report around 30 minutes ago. Which is,
that just puts it in such perspective. It's so heinous an act. It's just so evil.
Yeah. So I'm just wondering. It's only been less than an hour since they reported that in the Israeli news. I'm wondering if that's even going to make it into the news. Because again, if you imagine an Israeli killed a Palestinian woman and a pregnant woman and shot at a pregnant woman, and the Palestinian woman lost her baby and the baby was killed, that would be all over the news. It would be condemned in the UN. But by virtue of the fact that it was a Jewish victim, I don't think it's even going to be reported too widely.
Well, as long as I have a radio show, it's going to be on this show.
Right. Well, that's why your show, it's important for so many reasons, but certainly for what it does to help get the word out when the mainstream media is just neglecting their responsibilities. We're very grateful.
Where can people find you? Because it's awfully difficult. You're floating all over the world.
Well, that's why email is always the best. It's Rabbi Moshe, RABBIMOSHE, at IsraelAlliance.org. And I know that's a mouthful. They can always reach me through the station. They can send you an email to the station, and they can find me.
Rabbi, I have good news and bad news. The good news is my dog stopped
his filthy habit of peeing outside. I guess you can figure out what the bad news is.
The bad news is he started to pee inside.
Oy vey, you're so intelligent. Thank you for being such a smart person, Rabbi Moshe Rothschild. All right, come on. So your dog. The bad news is the dog. I mean, the good news is the dog stopped peeing outside,
right?
And so you can guess what the bad news is. So I mean, okay, Captain Obvious. I should. I mean, I don't want to be that rude to the rabbi, but the bad news is he's peeing in the house. Give me a break. I'm going. You know what? I'm going to get ordained, and I'm going to go up into the rabbi situation, and I'm gonna kick butt at some comedy place where he is. What are you choking on, woman?
Okay.
All right. So
hi there. Welcome to the Dave Weinbaum Show. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
I just wanted to wish you a happy birthday. I would never say in your case that you're fired, so I'll just say you're hired.
Wait a minute. Our phones don't work. No, this is really weird now. I cannot understand how that happened.
Trump's controlling the phone lines now.
Somehow, this government is getting out of control. I mean, if they can do that on a broken phone line, think what they could do to Russia. Oh, I'd be worried if I was a Russian.
Collusion with AT&T.
Tell you what, no, man, this is collusion with AT&T. Very good, honey. That was a good ad lib right there.
Wouldn't you let me talk?
What? Did you say something? What? I'm sorry. God, does that smell bad? I have to cringe when you ever like 3-day-old eggs in here, and she opens the jar and
These are fresh. God, these are fresh.
Yeah. Oh God.
I'm trying to say that.
Do you know what that smells like, folks? I'm not going to tell you. You can imagine.
All right, what were you trying to say?
I don't want to ruin your breakfast. Anyways, listen to me. No. First of all, we got to get that phone number out there, 573-578-2700. Okay, that's my personal cell phone number. So after you get this done, if you're writing this down, burn the sheet of paper. All right.
You can find that number on any McDonald's wall.
Yeah, any McDonald's, any woman's bathroom wall, you can find it. Now Lisa's on a mission to erase them all. It's terrible. So let's talk a little bit about the Society of the Harvard Judges and Lawyers and Prosecutors. I guess you could call it. Okay, well, they're just people. Well, no, they're not just people. They have a ton of power, and they hang out together. I don't think you can become a judge unless you're a lawyer. Maybe you can, maybe a municipal, but you know what? I mean, 99.9% of the judges are lawyers. Let's face it.
Right.
At least. All right? And some of those lawyers may have been defense lawyers. They may have been prosecutors. Or both, okay? And, because it's a very close society, and it's an elite society, and I've seen it up close and personal, it's another political outfit. They're all political with each other. They cut favors for each other. They cut favors for clients who contribute money. Wow, imagine that, okay? That actually it's not just politicians that do that. Well, I mean, if you look at it, I would do a favor quicker for a sponsor to this show, which is why you also need to call 573-578-2700, than I would maybe for an average person, because they are contributing to my show. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
All right, call the show, 573-364. So what happens... 573-578-2700. You never want to cut the phone number short. All right. So these judges and lawyers, they might, act harsh with each other. But at dinner, they're going to be joking over, a 3-martini dinner and argue about who's paying the tab, which in most cases will be the lawyer the judge just scolded. And so I think Rush talked a little bit about this yesterday, but I've seen it up close and personal. And Rush has a legal family. Okay, he's got
Steve, the Supreme Court Justice in the state of Missouri. I don't know what he's doing now. I actually played golf with him once, and Rush's dad was a great old-time lawyer. His brother, David, who I know, is a great lawyer. I believe he's Sean Hannity's lawyer. And so, you know, I don't think I'm telling anything out of school, but I have witnessed this. And I'm not going to say where. I'm not going to say which judge. I don't even remember which judge did this. But I remember there were two witnesses in a case I was involved in. And the first witness was very well connected to the legal community. I don't think she was a lawyer. Oh, I think she was like a wife of a judge and or a lawyer. And that judge got up there and couldn't be any nicer. I'm surprised he didn't lay out the red carpet for her. And when she got on the stand and he wanted to intercede, he was so nice, so pleasant. Oh, it was just so lovely. And then a regular person got on there, another woman. And the same questions were asked. And the judge badgered her, just badgered her. And that really showed me something. That really ticked me off, all right? I mean, sometimes you have to restrain yourself in court if you are a client of somebody. Okay, you just have to. But I remember talking about this with my lawyer, Chuck Tote, and I said, this is ridiculous. He admits it. He knows. Well, they ought to be above all that, okay? I mean, I'm not saying judges shouldn't hang out with each other, but you got to leave that, and you got to be as serious as an NFL football game in court, and you got to be even, and you can't call them one way for one person who doesn't have the connections or doesn't have the wealth or isn't part of the elite, and call it differently for average people. You can't do that. That's what's happening in D.C. You think everybody doesn't see this? You think average person in America doesn't see this arrogance? You need to stop it. And you need to stop it now, because if it goes too far, if we see you guys actually conspiring with the intel community and all these other lawyers to overthrow the president that we voted for, well, there just could be an uprising, all right? And you'll be looked at, believe me, you'll be looked at as people who have contributed to maybe another American revolution. Constitution wasn't meant to be used like this, folks. And as far as I'm concerned, not on my watch. Not on my watch.
That's right. Well, just like with Flynn, he expected those two guys were on his team. It was just a casual get-together.
It was the inauguration.
Yeah, 4 days after.
I mean, he didn't know where the goddamn bathroom was near his office.
Right. Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
And these guys are up there saying, hey, just wanted to visit with you a little bit. It's nothing big. Well, do I need a lawyer? No, you don't need a lawyer. And it was all planned. Comey is out there bragging about this, how they took this guy for a sucker.
Right.
Bad things should happen to him, okay? Not saying anything criminal, but he should be in jail.
Right.
Okay? Well, he should be in jail right now with what he's admitted to.
Well, especially with a guy with 33 years serving
He's
his
a
country,
hero.
A general.
Do not screw with our heroes.
That's right.
I want you to play. Go ahead.
KKID, Salem, Rolla.
I want you to play Extra One. This is from the Army-Navy game, Stan. And I want you to understand what this is about. This is about what General Flynn is about. Just signal to me with any finger you want to that you're ready. Okay? All right, hit it.
God of wonders. Some wonder why we pray for a football game. So I tell them, in this game, every player on the field is willing to die for every person watching. And there is no greater love than to lay down one's life for what's truly good. And so, God, I do pray for these players on this field and all the good they represent. Their fellow cadets and midshipmen, soldiers, sailors, Marines, firefighters, first responders, police, and countless others who lay down their lives daily in our defense. Because in your eyes, oh God, it is not the critic who counts, but those who actually step into the arena.
All right, we're back on the show, and Stan was giving me an English lesson just now, and I appreciate that, Stan. Thank you very much. Call the show, 573-578-2700. Now, that's my number, and we're working on getting our other phones fixed, but it works. So what the hell, call it. All right, so now we're going to hear from one of the stars of the Dave Weinbaum Show, Cheryl Chumley. Hit it. You got it?
Well, you said a break first, so
let's do a break. Let's do a break. Go ahead. Let's go back to the break. I'm sorry. You're right. Call again. I'm going to call 573-578-2700. Now, don't you have to give an ID?
I did already.
Oh.
That's when you said, okay, go ahead.
Get it off your chest.
When it comes to making travel plans, Trips and More Travel Agency of Rolla has skilled agents to help you plan that perfect getaway. With over 27 years of combined experience, the agents are dedicated to providing you the highest quality of customer service, specializing in custom travel, family vacation, and destination weddings. Trips and More can make your vacation unique and fun. Stop in today at 116 West 8th Street in Rolla or call 341-3300. That's 341-3300.
The Akar Real Estate sign in the yard is your first step to sold. Whether buying or selling, put the best team of realtors to work for you. Akar Real Estate is the top-selling real estate agency in 4 counties. They work diligently to make your real estate transactions happen. Independently owned and operated for over 12 years by Delek Akar, broker-owner. When you want results that move you, call the professionals at Akar Real Estate at 368-SELL. That's Akar Real Estate at 368-7355.
Sales results obtained from Maris Incorporated.
Why settle for the forecast when you can control it? Hartley's Climate Control is your locally owned heating, air conditioning, plus so much more company. Hartley's offers residential and commercial sales, service, and installation in the areas of heating and cooling, hearth and home, handyman services, and more to the Rolla, St. James, and surrounding areas. Call 573-368-3163 or visit them online at www.hartleyscc.com. Hartley's Climate Control. Community born, community raised, community serving.
Reality check number 22. On a scale of 1 to 10, shouldn't customer service be an 11? At Town & Country Bank, we have a solution for that. Walk into any Town & Country and you'll feel welcome right away. We're your neighbors. If you're a customer, we'll probably even call you by name. It's just what neighbors do. Town & Country Bank. Smart, friendly solutions. Member FDIC.
Whether you're planning a small family get-together or a large company gathering for the holidays, Lucas Wine & Spirits has what you need, plus great gift ideas, too, at Lucas Wine & Spirits Superstore, 15678 Manchester Road, where the smart people shop.
And now you can shop online at lucasliquorstl.com. With a superstore inventory, Lucas Wine & Spirits is sure to have just what you're looking for. From beer, wine, and all your spirits. Lucas Liquor in Ellisville on Manchester.
Every business needs just the right sign to get people into your business. Missouri Neon Outdoor is here to help. Missouri Neon Outdoor has been family-owned and serving the Ozarks for 80 years. Outdoor advertising remains one of the most cost-effective ways for businesses to build awareness and drive customers to their door. And they offer billboard coverage in over 25 counties in southwest Missouri. Missouri Neon Outdoor has an expert creative staff that can design a great look for you. Call today for available locations in your area. 1-800-788-1778.
The Chevy employee discount is back for everyone at Fairground Auto Plaza in Rolla. The price we pay is the price you pay, not a cent more. Right now, get $12,500 in total value on a new 2018 Silverado LT All-Star. When you need to get things done, you need a 2018 Chevy Silverado. Strong, capable, and built to stand the test of time. Stop in today at Fairground Auto Plaza at 100 Fairgrounds Road for full details. Chevy, find new roads.
Follow me at daveweinbaum.net at The Dave Weinbaum on Twitter and streaming live on the Dave Weinbaum Show Facebook page.
Do these whistleblowers have evidence that there was ever a quid pro quo of a donation in return for some activity as Secretary of State?
Well, they do. They've made some allegations there, and again, I want to stress their allegations, and so we're hoping to get to the bottom of that. They've turned over their documents not only to the FBI, but they've turned them over to the IRS, and you know, I've been led to believe that there is actually an ongoing investigation with the FBI, even though DOJ is not independently confirming that. But based on conversations that they have had and others, it sounds like there's a real investigation going on that hopefully will provide some real fruit.
Well, we'll see, because it's supposed to be this week. It was supposed to be Thursday. I don't think it happened on Thursday, and here it is Friday. And Friday is a news dump day, so, you know, we'll see. You know, I take all this stuff with a grain of salt. Do you think you got them? And the people in the swamp, you know, they throw you down another canal, you know, another rat-infested canal, and you're stuck there for a while. That's right. You keep following these guys, and it's tough. But you got to keep on fighting. Otherwise, we're going to lose this great country, and that would be a shame, wouldn't it, Stan?
It would be.
Yes. How about you, Lisa? Would you think that?
I think it would be horrible.
Yes, yeah. Thanks. Well, at least we all agree on something, and let's also agree to listen to one of the best political analysis right now, Cheryl Chumley.
I've paid my dues time after time. I've done my sentence, but committed no crime. And bad mistakes, I've made a few. I've had my shoes and kicked in my face, but I've come through. And I need to go on. We are the champions, my friends, and we'll keep on fighting till the end. We are the champions. We are the champions. No time for losers, 'cause we are the champions of the world.
Ladies and gentlemen, online editor to the Washington Times, speaker, writer, and the media goddess to the Dave Weinbaum Show, Cheryl Chumley. Hi, Cheryl. How are you?
Hey, Dave. How's it going?
Good. By the way, we have a song for you. I'm not sure exactly what the song is, but I'm going to play a song before you go on.
All right.
All right? So I think you'll
Sounds
like
great.
it. What do we got, Jesse? We are the champions. You're going to be. You're going to lead. We are the champions. Anyways,
There you go.
how have the agitators of the '60s grown into the censors of the present?
Yeah, it's kind of crazy what's going on America's college campuses. We all are aware, I think, that professors and administrators on college campuses lean left. But according to this new report from the Foundation for Individual Rights in Education, 90% or between 80 and 90% of the colleges that they took a poll of have policies on campus that restrict or outright prohibit free speech of students and staff. And this is rather shocking considering just a few years ago, a few decades back, college campuses were known as the activism places in America.
Now, these are public universities, right? They're taxpayer funded.
Public and some private. Private, of course, they don't have to worry as much about free speech issues, the First Amendment. But plenty of these universities in this survey were public universities, right? As you say, funded in part at least by taxpayers.
Now, the Sessions DOJ won a lawsuit that these conservative speakers would not be banned from places like the University of California, Berkeley. So is that going to have a somewhat of a constructive effect on the First Amendment rights of these college students?
I mean, I think there's going to be a backlash, no matter about the legal challenges or not. I think the more I'm aware that American people, particularly American parents with kids looking at universities, I think there's going to be a backlash that universities and colleges that have sort of reputations as clamping down on free speech, I think parents are going to look elsewhere to put their dollars. And I just think the American people are so tired of this whole politically correct, intolerant crackdown on conservative thought and speech.
Changing subjects right now, Cheryl. Hey, what did you think of Nancy and Chuck's public debate in the White House with President Trump?
Yeah, I don't think they came out looking good. I think Donald Trump once again came out looking like the stronger politician, and Nancy Pelosi and Chuck Schumer were put in positions of defending their open border advocacy, which doesn't look good, and it makes them look like weak leaders on the national security scale.
And they both said, we should be debating in private. And the president said, "What's wrong with transparency?" I mean, how you got to love that.
Yeah, transparency to Democrats is only an issue when they're trying to get politicians elected at campaign time.
Chuck Schumer slumped so much later in that debate. He was like a beaten dog. I thought he was going to crawl on all fours out of the White House.
Yeah, he wasn't in his finest hour, and to me it was even worse when he came out from the Senate floor and made a speech about how Donald Trump's campaign pledges to build a border wall were just petty promises, and I found that very revealing for Schumer or any politician to make a statement like that and not even blink. Pledges are not petty; they're promises.
Right, and the Dems have evolved actually from voting for a border fence, not a wall necessarily, but same thing, to saying things like Trump's wall is immoral. How do they get away with that?
Well, mostly they get away with it because the media is on their side. I've been shocked as a member of the media over the last couple decades to see how the media has morphed from this kind of quiet cheerleader of the left, but still maintaining some semblance of unbiased reporting in the public, to outright blatant, bold, audacious, in your face for the Democrats cheerleading. And it's not even a disservice to the American people. It's a complete face slap to truth.
I don't know if I should tell you this or not. You may not know this, but President Trump has canceled the White House Christmas party for the press. Are you going to be okay?
Yeah, I'll be. I'll be fine with that.
What are the ramifications of doing that, though?
Well, he's going to take criticism from the press, but then again, he takes criticism from the press anyhow. The press likes to pat itself on the back and pretend like they're doing this great service to the American people, and some do. Some really are out there in the trenches trying to get you the truth. But the fact is, most of the mainstream media that you see nowadays is just all about self-glorification and advancing the Democratic and leftist causes, and nothing about reporting the truth.
And Trump is the only president in recent history that has fought back.
Yeah, and has fought back effectively. Mm-hmm. Trump and his Twitter account, hate it or love it, the fact is you hear every day directly from this president's own mouth what he thinks about issues, and that's only a good thing for the American people.
Absolutely. Cheryl, where can people find you?
At Washington Times or at CherylChumley.com.
Cheryl, my sponsors in the funeral business never pay me. You know what? They're a bunch of stiffs. Anyways, thank you so much, Cheryl Chumley. Merry Christmas to you. If I don't talk to you, thank you, Cheryl. All right, we'll talk to you later.
All right, bye.
Bye-bye.
That was the case of her phone either cutting out at the end or not. I don't know. It happened to the rabbi's phone, too. Maybe this whole phone system needs to be, I don't know what's going on. So, hi there. Welcome to the Dave Weinbaum Show. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
It's Adolph over in Pulaski County. How you doing?
Hey, Adolph. Thanks for listening, buddy. You call the new number, 573-578-2700. I'm doing fine.
Yeah.
The phone's not so much. What's going on, Adolph?
Well, I just thought I'd throw my 3 cents in worth for the week.
Please do.
Yeah. Border wall. You got them over there, and they're saying, well, give us $50,000 or $100,000 or whatever it was a piece, and we'll go away.
Yeah.
Well, doesn't that kind of do away with the political asylum excuse?
Well, of course it does. It shows what's happening. They're entitled. America is evil. America's evil. So if we can't get in, give us $50,000. Well, I don't understand that. That doesn't make sense. If America is evil, why are you going there? Does that make sense, Stan?
No, it doesn't.
Nope,
okay.
Nope, doesn't make sense at all to me.
No. What else?
My other question is regarding that cross deal out down at Ozark.
Yeah. Okay. I'm vaguely familiar with that.
Well, they could eliminate the issue altogether. The little piece of dirt that cross sits on, sell it to a private party. Let them pay tax on it, and they can pay the electricity, and it gets lit up. Nobody can say anything.
Okay. Well, why don't you go buy it?
Well, kind of tough to do on Social Security.
Okay, I get that. All right. Well, I don't think they'd let me buy it, but you know what? Hey, in about a week, I'm playing Santa Claus.
Well, you have a good week, and you have a great weekend.
Thanks. Hi to hi to Sherry in the group. Okay, that's Adolph from the Republican group down there in Waynesville. And do we have another caller?
No, she's just hanging the line up.
Oh,
so
gee, thank you, honey. So now she's become a telephone operator.
She is.
Lifelong
You know
dream.
what?
Lifelong dream right here.
Who was that gal
Living
that played the telephone operator? Hello, this is AT&T. How can I get you to?
That older comedian woman, Lily Tomlin.
Lily Tomlin.
That's who it was, yeah.
The Lily Tomlin to the Dave Weinbaum Show.
Oh, God.
Lisa, soon to be Weinbaum, Strausser. How's
Demotion. That's a demotion.
What, being a Weinbaum?
No, the telephone operator.
I thought you were trying to say something personal there for a minute.
I'll say that later.
Yeah, here comes a Sicilian to comment on this. I outed a nudist colony, but was arrested for double exposure. Forget about it. It was a nudist colony of judges and lawyers. That's what the problem was. They colluded with each other, and I got punished, not them. Forget about it. Lisa, you're going to have to pay attention, honey. There you go. Hi there. Welcome to the Dave Weinbaum Show. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Hi, Dave. This is Doug from St. James.
Hi, Doug.
I was listening to you earlier talking about people getting upset and finally reaching their breaking point. And I really honestly think that most Americans are at that point, given all the things that are going on. My suggestion is someone out there needs to start selling orange vests with American flags on it.
What kind of vest? Orange vest?
Vest.
Okay.
Because eventually I think it's going to come here. It's already spreading to Canada.
Oh, are you talking about the vests they're using like in the vest people in France that are...
Yes, correct.
Oh, okay.
And it'll send a good message, being orange with an American flag on it.
So it's sort of like us being in the Antifa of the right. I don't want to be... I understand your point. It's getting close to that, but I don't know that I want to do that yet. I mean, personally, we got to try to convince them first to stop this, to have this justice system fixed.
And that's one of them.
And we got the guy to do it, I believe.
And immigration.
Yeah, You got it. You got it. All right, you're in the contest for the fabulous $35 McDonald's gift card that we're going to award later in the show. That's about 10 till 12. We'll say something. All right, thank you so much. Okay. So, all right, we're back on the show, and we have another caller. Hi there. Welcome to the Dave Weinbaum Show. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Hey, Dave. Did you try to call me earlier?
No.
Oh, well, the phone did, but we didn't mean to do it. Sorry about that.
No, the president called earlier. Did you know that? Did you hear?
That's a beautiful thing, Dave.
I know. It was beautiful. They keep calling, and I don't know what. He keeps offering me a job, but that's it. I can't get a hold of the guy. They must be busy or something.
Good thing, Dave. Good thing.
Good thing, yeah. All right. So what are you up to today, Godfather? No, I mean a friend of a friend that knows the aunt or uncle that you are of, the Godfather.
I can't hear you, but I know that when you say something good, you call it bono.
Bono, as in I like. You know what I like? I like pro bono because that means you get represented free. How's that? You know, right. You get represented free. Then you say they send you a bill. You say forget about it. You know? Yeah, forget about it.
There we go.
All right. Thank you. By the way, you're in the contest. Do you eat at McDonald's at all, or is it just Italian stuff?
What's that?
Do you eat at McDonald's at all?
Yes, I do, but I send out somebody to get the grandkids some food.
Oh, okay. Well, that's great. Grandkids, you're an older guy. I didn't know that. All right. Well, thank you for calling again. The friend of the aunt or uncle of the cousin to the Sicilian.
Amen, bro.
Yeah, okay. Thanks. Well, thank you. All right. You want to call the show, 573-578-2700. I am taxing my mind today. You know, when you're doing something for almost 10 years at another station, you remember... Let's see what that is. No?
We're not going to be able to get it, so, we're going to try.
Hi there. Welcome to the Dave Weinbaum Show. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Hey, Dave. This is Jim.
Hey, Jim, you got to listen to me. Hang up and call 573-578-2700. Okay? You got that?
Yep. Got it.
All right. And pretty soon I got a call... It's almost 10:30, isn't it?
Yeah, 10:23 almost.
All right. Do we have time for another break? Right.
We sure do.
Okay. All right. Well, Jim is going to call, I think, any second. But
okay.
There he is.
There he is.
Hi there. Welcome to the Dave Weinbaum Show. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Oh, this is Jim calling you back, Dave.
Jim who? I never heard of you. Oh, no, I'm kidding. Go ahead. What's up, my man?
Hey, I wish they'd leave our president alone. I'm sick of them people.
Oh, me too.
I'm talking about him, man.
So ridiculous.
It is. It's terrible. Anyway, I wasn't going to call you, but I had to go to the doctor the other day, Dave.
Oh, what happened?
Just a checkup, and he told me I needed to cut back on my drinking, and I said, oh, well, we talked about it a little bit, and I said, okay, I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll only drink on days that end with a Y.
You know, why do I feel like a straight man to your comedic talent?
He doesn't even.
I know, and I'm setting you up knowing that fully what I'm doing. It's like it's an automatic thing, you know. Either I'm going to tell a joke or I'm going to help somebody tell a joke. Nice job, Jim. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. I got to go. I got an interview that I got to take care of. We got to call her. It's a little confusing. I'm not that smart. Well, this whole room maybe has a combined intelligence level of 100, and here I am with 60. So there we go. All right. Thank you, Jim. Have a great weekend. Merry Christmas, by the way. Merry Christmas to everybody. And guess who's going to be playing Santa Claus in a week?
Yeah, you are.
Oh, God. Ho, ho, ho. I got to start getting jolly, don't I?
That's right.
Ho, ho, ho. I better not look at the news for a week. I'll tell you that much. I'll be talking to the kids saying, do you know what they're trying to do to President Trump? The kid's going to look at me like I'm nuts.
I just want
I want a toy, Santa. Have you been good? Are you a Democrat or a Republican? I don't think I can do that, can I? No.
Oh, no.
No, I think Mommy and Daddy would be good. I can fake it. Don't worry. Golly. All right, so we're going to be right back with Melissa Oden. She's got a great and amazing story. You're not going to believe it. All right? So get ready for that. And after that, call 573-578-2700 to get it off your chest.
When it comes to making travel plans, Trips and More Travel Agency of Rolla has skilled agents to help you plan that perfect getaway. With over 27 years of combined experience, the agents are dedicated to providing you the highest quality of customer service, specializing in custom travel, family vacation, and destination weddings. Trips and More can make your vacation unique and fun. Stop in today at 116 West 8th Street in Rolla or call 341-3300. That's 341-3300.
For the best in steaks, wine, and great conversation, visit Matt's Steakhouse. Matt's Steakhouse has banquet facilities for all of your event needs, from small office parties to large wedding receptions and everything in between. Matt's Steakhouse, open for lunch and dinner Tuesday through Saturday, located on the Dillon Outer Road in Rolla, just east of exit 189. Call Matt's Steakhouse at 364-1220 to book your next event. For the best in steaks, wine, and great conversation, visit Matt's Steakhouse.
Welcome to the greatest rock and roll show on earth. Tonight's feature is Melrose Asphalt and Quarry, featuring their greatest hits, guaranteed low prices, guaranteed work, and their #1 hit, locally owned and operated. So call and get your tickets to the greatest rock and roll show on earth. Melrose Asphalt and Quarry, 364-9101. That's 364-9101. Melrose Asphalt is a local business and not an actual rock band.
Owning a business can be tough, and knowing what insurance you need can be confusing. Help is here with the Daniel & Henry Company. Daniel & Henry Company is an independent insurance broker providing a full range of risk management and insurance products and services for clients locally, nationally, and internationally. They find cost-effective solutions for your business and personal needs, from work comp, general liability, property and auto, and all points in between. Protecting your business is their business. Call Richard Boyette at the Daniel & Henry Company today, 314-444-5011.
Cox Brothers Service Company, located in St. James, is there when you need them. Cox Brothers staff is focused on delivering professional restaurant and refrigeration equipment, services, and installation to the local service areas and beyond. Keep your business running right with the professionals at Cox Brothers Service Company. Give them a call at 573-368-4083. And as always, they thank you for your continued support and patronage.
It's been 35 years since Muffler Mart has opened their doors, and now you can come visit them at their new location on Highway 63 South, just across from Phelps County Fairgrounds in Rolla. Marty, Keith, and Carl combined have over 120 years of auto experience. Woo! Their name says Muffler Mart, but they do it all. So the next time you need work on your vehicle, head to the new location of Muffler Mart on Highway 63 South, just across from Phelps County Fairgrounds in Rolla. For appointments, call 364-5434. That's 364-5434.
When it comes to investing, here's something to think about. First, are you satisfied with results? Has your advisor taken the time to learn your investment objectives and devised a plan for achieving them? If you answered no to any of those questions, it's time to call St. Louis money manager Lindbergh Capital Management at 314-416-0055. You'll quickly see the difference. They take the time to get to know you, learn your goals, and what's appropriate for you. Call Lindbergh Capital Management today at 314-416-0055.
Follow me at DaveWeinbaum.net, at The Dave Weinbaum on Twitter, and streaming live on the Dave Weinbaum Show Facebook page.
Why is what Cohen is alleging a criminal offense? Remember the facts of the story. These are undisputed. 2 women approached Donald Trump and threatened to ruin his career and humiliate his family if he doesn't give them money. Now that sounds like a classic case of extortion. Yet for whatever reason, Trump caves to it, and he directs Michael Cohen to pay the ransom. Now more than 2 years later, Trump is a felon for doing this. It doesn't seem to make any sense. Oh, but you're not a federal prosecutor on a political mission. If you were a federal prosecutor on a political mission, you would construe those extortion payments as campaign contributions. You do this even though the money in question did not come from or go to Donald Trump's presidential campaign. Then you'd claim that Trump and Michael Cohen violated campaign finance law because they didn't publicly disclose those payments.
All right, so we're back on the show, and my next guest ladies and gentlemen, she's on the phone right now. She survived an abortion. Can you believe? I'm going to say that again. Our next guest survived an abortion in 1977. She has a master's degree in social work, has testified before Congress and before the Australian Parliament. She's a radio and television star. Welcome, Melissa Ohden, the voice for the voiceless, to the Dave Weinbaum Show. Good morning. How are you, Melissa?
I'm well. I don't know if I'm a star, but...
Well, I know you're a star because we met 7 years ago when you gave a speech to the Pregnancy Resource Center here in Rolla, Missouri, and we talked, didn't we? Yeah. And you actually remembered me?
I do.
The tall, handsome guy?
Of course.
Oh, stop laughing in here.
Exactly what I was thinking.
Of course you were. Anyways, briefly, can you tell us the story of your birth? Because it's just an amazing thing.
Yeah, well, and of course, a lot has even changed since the last time I talked to you. I now know a lot more of the story. So, the brief version of that is that 41 years ago, my birth mother, as a 19-year-old college student, actually had an abortion forced upon her. It was a saline infusion abortion, which was the most common abortion procedure back in the 1970s. And it involved injecting a toxic salt solution into the amniotic fluid surrounding me in the womb. The intent of that toxic salt solution was, of course, to poison and scald me to death.
Wow.
And it should have done that. I endured that procedure over a 5-day period, and on that 5th day, they successfully induced my birth mother's labor, and I was delivered at St. Luke's Hospital in Sioux City, Iowa, believing that I would be this successful abortion, and accidentally, I was born alive.
So what did they do? I mean, what did they? Because they panicked. Okay, and obviously you're alive, thank God. But how did that happen? How did they resurrect you?
Yeah, well, and my story is not that different than many other children. You know, we know children still survive abortions today in the United States and around the world. The great question, of course, is whether they're going to be provided medical care. You know, we know in my case there was actually a lot of argument about whether they would provide me medical care. Children at that hospital, like many others, if they survived abortions, were typically put in a utility closet, placed in a bucket of formaldehyde where they were left to die, and they would be picked up later as medical waste. In my case, we don't know if I ever made it to the utility closet, but what we do know is that there were demands made to leave me in the hospital room to die, and there were actually nurses on staff at the hospital who defied that order. And I was blessed just about 2 years ago now to hear from someone directly who is a nurse in the neonatal intensive care unit that day. And she said, you know, I'll never forget it. The door came flying open. This tall, blonde nurse rushed you in. She was holding you in her arms, and she shouted, "That darn Dr. Kelberg messed up." Dr. Kelberg was my abortionist. But she went on and she said, that nurse said to me, she just kept gasping for breath. And so I couldn't just leave her there to die. And so she did what people in our world think is unthinkable. She rushed me to the NICU, believing that maybe they could provide medical care that would sustain my life. And obviously it did.
Wow. So, okay, so you live then. What happens to you after you get better? I mean, how old were you? I know you were adopted, but how old were you when that happened?
Yeah, I was still an infant when I was adopted. My parents met me when I was still fighting for my life in a hospital.
Oh, man.
And I went home to them less than 3 months, though, after surviving that failed abortion. And so my parents knew everything about what the doctors thought my life might look like. You know, they thought I was going to suffer from multiple disabilities. And I went home to my parents very quickly and, you know, was raised to know that I was adopted and loved. My parents are amazing people, but they didn't tell me the story of my survival, like most parents don't or wouldn't, right? Because they were afraid of how that truth was going to change my life. But when I was 14, I actually found out the story of my survival.
So what did you do, and how did you find out?
I found out because my older sister, as a high school student, faced her own unplanned pregnancy. You know, so many people live out these kind of storylines, right? We were raised in a home to know about the sanctity of life and the beauty of adoption. But so many, when you're facing an unplanned pregnancy, you know, people face fears and anxieties. That's why pregnancy centers are so important, right?
Yes.
And in my sister's case, she had all those fears and anxieties and was considering having an abortion. And when our parents found out about that, they told her my story, hoping that it would make a difference in that decision she was facing. And, you know, it did. She carried that child to term, parented him, went on and had other children. But it was her pregnancy and her knowledge of my survival that came kind of trickling down to me. She let me know that there was more to the story of my life. And, you know, here I was 14 years old, and my mother had to tell me that I survived a failed abortion. And it was just the most devastating experience anybody can have. You know, I'm the first person to admit I did not want to be this person all those years ago. You know, back then I didn't know that children like me existed. It was a really very lonely place to be. And so I struggled, right? I wanted to run away from the truth about my life. I wanted to run away from all of those horrible emotions I felt, right? The anger and the resentment and the fear about who I was and what was going to happen in my life. But, you know, my faith is strong, and my parents are really fantastic people. And so even though I made mistakes on that journey, by the time I went away to college, I knew God spared my life for this great purpose. And I started looking for my medical records and trying to find my biological parents.
Did you?
I did,
Did you find them?
So it took me about 10 years to, you know, really reach both of those goals. I found my medical records in 2007. People can find them online, in my book, in videos when I've testified before Congress, because I'm one of the few survivors who actually has any medical record that details it. It talks about the abortion procedure in a couple of different places. And it was actually through my medical records that I found my birth parents. They actually forgot to black out their names in a certain spot. I'm forever grateful for that. But when I found out who my birth parents were, I was actually living in the same city as my biological father.
Wow.
Yeah, which is
so what was the reaction on their part?
Well,
did they know you survived?
Well, this is where it gets even more interesting, right? People would ask me that a lot over the years, right? They'd say, do you think your birth mother knows that you survived? And I'd always say, well, of course, right? I was placed for adoption. She has to have known. Except I now know that she didn't.
Oh, my
my birth father never replied to my letter, and he actually passed away in 2008. It wasn't long after I had sent him a letter. And, you know, I'm grateful that when he passed away, his family actually found the letter that I had sent him, and they were, you know, gracious enough to enter into my life. But I didn't have any contact with my birth mom until actually about 2013. We moved to Kansas City back in 2013, and that's when a member of my birth mother's family actually reached out to me. That's how I found out that it was forced upon her. It was her own family that was responsible for it, and that's when that big bombshell really hit, that she didn't know for over 30 years that I had survived that abortion. It was kept a secret from her.
So what was her reaction when she found out that that you were alive?
All those things you would expect, right? The initially disbelief, and then, of course, just the gratitude, right? Knowing that I was alive. But then, you know, her difficulty came in accepting that she was loved and forgiven. You know, I now know that she really didn't experience that kind of unconditional love in her family that I did. And so she really struggled with that initially, right? Thinking you cannot be the kind of person that you say that you are. And so we spent about 3 years building trust with each other. And my birth mother's now a huge part of my life. When we moved to Kansas City, we didn't know she lives here.
Now, someone in Israel said something controversial about abortion survivors. What was that?
Yeah, in Ireland, actually, they were debating pro-life bills here recently, and there was a deputy, and it's usually women.
You were in Israel, is that right?
No.
Oh, okay.
Well, I was in Ireland a couple of years ago, but there were some debates about pro-life legislation because, unfortunately, Ireland has held strong as a very pro-life country until just recently. And like we saw here in the United States, once that floodgate opens in regards to legislation, right, it all begins, right, all of the flurry of activity with abortion on demand. And so as they debated it, there was a female parliamentarian, a deputy, Kate O'Connell, who actually came out and said, people like me, survivors of abortion, are fairy tales. Our stories come from dubious sources. And she said that because some of the parliamentarians brought up me and my story because I had met with them.
So is this, you're talking about Israel or Ireland?
No, it's Ireland.
Ireland, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'd have to go to Israel and kick somebody's butt if it was Israel. Ireland, not so much.
They could use that too, probably.
Well, a few of them. Hey, what do you say to those who and that's a big portion of the population here, who advocate that a woman has a right to control her own body, her biological and reproductive processes, meaning life or death for her baby? What do you have to say to those people?
No one ever wants to respond to this simple question, and that is, if you want to talk about abortion being a woman's right, then where was my right when my life was supposed to be ended by it? Nobody wants to talk about that, right?
Well, I'd like to talk about it.
Life, there is no other right. And no feminist has ever stood up and fought for me except for pro-life feminists. Say, right? No woman should have to choose between her life and the life of her child.
Yeah.
And that's where I stand, too. I believe society has failed women time and time again.
Hey, Melissa, Joe Dalton, you know Joe. He's the leader of the PRC, and he's the one that sent me a tape of you. And I'm very glad he did. And he's listening right now. Any message? Any message for Joe? And keep it clean, please.
No, of course. I just want to thank Joe and all of you for all of the work that you do at the Pregnancy Center, through maternity homes, right? Everything that people are doing for women and children in your communities. This is what it's going to take to change our world, Dave. I'll be honest, I don't put my faith in politicians. I put my faith in God, and I put my faith in ordinary people like all of us who are willing to do what it takes every day to make the world a better place for families and women and children.
Well, it seems like I don't want to say we're winning the war, because every child that's murdered unnecessarily, when is it necessary to murder a child? So any child that's murdered shouldn't happen. That's the way it ought to be. And we're making progress, it seems. It seems that a lot of Planned Parenthoods are going out of business. Nashville has no Planned Parenthoods. They just closed their last one, I guess. And so...
Columbia.
And Columbia closed their Planned Parenthood. So it seems like people are slowly beginning to realize that a baby is not just a piece of meat. It is a living human being. And so now you mentioned you wrote a book, right?
Mm-hmm.
Where can people find it?
They can find it on Amazon, of course, the old blurb, wherever books are sold, right? My website, they can also find it on, too. It's Melissa Ohden, OHDEN.com. And if they want to read more about abortion survivors, because that's part of the work that I do, I've had contact with 264 other survivors, much like me.
Wow.
There will be some videos and things like that popping up here soon of a handful of us. But they can go to theabortionsurvivors.com to to see more faces like mine.
I think there needs to be a movie.
We're working on it.
I don't know if the Gosnell movie did well, but you got to get people like D'Souza, Dinesh D'Souza, to do a movie for you.
Yeah,
because I think they know how to make documentaries and do it well and get it out there. Anyways, Melissa, I took a plane to Nashville, and the TSA confiscated my Bengay. Yeah, they accused me of packing heat. Can you imagine that? Ladies and gentlemen, Melissa Oden, thank you so much. And your story is so great. A wonderful person, Melissa Oden. Thank you. You have a great weekend and a great Christmas.
Thank you. You
Thank
too.
you.
Bye-bye.
Thanks, bye. Wow. I don't know about you, but
wow, that is great.
My whole, you get so emotional, your body tingles.
Right.
Sort of like when I'm with Lisa.
Yeah.
It's usually because she's yelling at me and I'm scared. But in this case, I was, mostly, whoa. I mean, imagine that.
Yeah.
Imagine that. Could you not see the movie of that?
Yeah.
Wow.
And just think about all the people, just the 260-some that she's talking about. That's probably nothing compared to all of them. Okay, we've got another call.
Oh, my goodness. Hi there. Is it another call, honey?
Yes.
Hi there. No, not you on the phone. You're not honey. You better not be. Hi there. Welcome to the Dave Weinbaum Show. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Yeah, this is Lee from Richland.
Yeah, you're not honey.
Yeah, I can't hear you real good the way this is coming across. I turn my radio off so I can hear you better. But I have to say, the radio station you're working with, KKID, is an awesome radio station to do.
Hey there? Lee? God, it was such a great phone call. You okay?
Just saying, to do this kind of a program is awesome.
Well,
really?
Thank you.
Well, that's very kind of you.
We appreciate that.
I really appreciate that, and I know you mean it. Even though you're a goofball, you're a nice guy, and I know you're intelligent.
No, I had to say, you've really teamed up with a station that, it's awesome that they got the courage to get out and do the stuff that is so important to life.
Yeah.
And there's many of us that appreciate this. If I could get a chance to get one of them bumper stickers from that radio station, I'd slap it on the back of my vehicle.
You hear that, Steve? He's on his way to actually Tennessee. I was there like Monday.
Yep.
And he's on his way. So we're gonna have a big party after this. He doesn't know about it yet, but what the hell? Stands on cleanup afterwards.
I can do that.
Okay. Hey, thanks a lot, Lee. I really appreciate you calling, and you've been a big friend to the show. If you want to call the show, 573-578-2700. All right. I think we need to take a break. And, wow, I'm still... that was one of the most interesting interviews I've ever given, I think.
It was awesome.
I was talking to somebody who... How many times have you talked to somebody who, in their very first moments, were supposed to be dead? I've never done that. I remember talking to her 7 years ago, but it was brief, and she remembered me. Yeah. Of course, because I'm so handsome and debonair. Yes, dear?
Another call.
Oh, not you. Hi there. Hi there. Welcome to the Dave Weinbaum Show. What's your name? Where are you calling from? You're on the air.
Hello.
Yes. Hello. How are you?
I'm fine.
What's your name? Where are you calling from? And turn your radio down.
I'm the old man from the mountain.
Okay, old man. What's up, man?
Yeah. I don't know. This has been excellent today. Excellent.
Oh, well, thanks, buddy. I appreciate that. I really do.
That's about all I got to say.
All right. Well, listen, I want you to have a great...
Unless Stan's got something on that Agent Orange.
No, nothing else. We just found out.
I don't know anything else about it myself.
They just kind of blocked it from the media, unfortunately.
Well, it kind of freaks me out that all these people...
Yeah. You there?
Yeah, we're losing it.
All right, we lost.
All right. Well, we'll try. We'll keep trying to dig for it.
We'll keep. Look, when news comes up, we'll look at it. old man, okay? We're having trouble hearing you right now.
All
right, you have a great Christmas. I don't know if you can hear me. All right, you have a great Christmas, and I appreciate the comments on the show. And anyone else wants to call the show, 573-578-2700. Get it off your chest.
For the best in steaks, wine, and great conversation, visit Matt's Steakhouse. Matt's Steakhouse has banquet facilities for all of your event needs, from small office parties to large wedding receptions and everything in between. Matt's Steakhouse, open for lunch and dinner Tuesday through Saturday. Located on the Dillon Outer Road in Rolla, just east of exit 189. Call Matt's Steakhouse at 364-1220 to book your next event. For the best in steaks, wine, and great conversation, visit Matt's Steakhouse.
Why settle for the forecast when you can control it? Hartley's Climate Control is your locally owned heating, air conditioning, plus so much more company. Hartley's offers residential and commercial sales, service, and installation in the areas of heating and cooling, hearth and home, handyman services, and more to the Rolla, St. James, and surrounding areas. Call 573-368-3163 or visit them online at www.hartleyscc.com. Hartley's Climate Control, community-born, community-raised, community serving.
Welcome to the greatest rock and roll show on earth. Tonight's feature is Melrose Asphalt and Quarry, featuring their greatest hits, guaranteed low prices, guaranteed work, and their R1 hit, locally owned and operated. So call and get your tickets to the greatest rock and roll show on earth. Melrose Asphalt and Quarry, 364-9101. That's 364-9101. Melrose Asphalt is a local business and non-natural rock band.
Every business needs just the right sign to get people into your business. Missouri Neon Outdoor is here to help. Missouri Neon Outdoor has been family-owned and serving the Ozarks for 80 years. Outdoor advertising remains one of the most cost-effective ways for businesses to build awareness and drive customers to their door. And they offer billboard coverage in over 25 counties in southwest Missouri. Missouri Neon Outdoor has an expert creative staff that can design a great look for you. Call today for available locations in your area. 1-800-788-1778.
Owning a business can be tough, and knowing what insurance you need can be confusing. Help is here with the Daniel & Henry Company. Daniel & Henry Company is an independent insurance broker providing a full range of risk management and insurance products and services for clients locally, nationally, and internationally. They find cost-effective solutions for your business and personal needs, from work comp, general liability, property and auto, and all points in between. Protecting your business is their business. Call Richard Boyette at the Daniel & Henry Company today, 314-444-5011.
If you've been waiting till the end of the year to get the best deal on a new vehicle, then your wait is over. I'm Jeremy Shelton, General Manager, and the Big Finish event is going on right now at Taylor Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram. We have literally thousands of dollars of incentives available, or up to 72 months with 0% financing on qualified vehicles. Come see why the Jeep Wrangler and the Ram 1500 were voted Motor Trend's 2019 SUV and Truck of the Year. It's the Big Finish event going on now at your hometown dealer, Taylor Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram, or online at TaylorChryslerRolla.com.
Imagine if you could get your McDonald's favorites for only a few dollars. Wouldn't that be great?
Jen?
You just hand over $1 and bam, you're eating a delicious cheeseburger.
You can do that. On McDonald's $1, $2, $3 menu, you can get a cheeseburger for just $1. You can even get 6-piece chicken McNuggets made with all white meat for $2. Jen, what you doing?
Get in, Joe. There's a 6-piece chicken McNuggets with my name on it. Dreams really do come true. Prices and participation may vary. Cannot be combined with any other offer or combo meal. Tax extra.
Follow me at DaveWeinbaum.net, at The Dave Weinbaum on Twitter, and streaming live on the Dave Weinbaum Show Facebook page.
It is insultingly stupid. But because everyone in power hates the target of your investigation, nobody would question you. And that's what's happening right now. Now, by this reasoning, any money a political candidate spends to maintain or protect his image while running for office now qualifies as a regulated campaign donation and has to be disclosed. That would include, by the way, in addition to an infinite number of other things, buying toothpaste and getting a haircut. It would definitely include the taxpayer-financed slush fund that Congress has set aside to pay off its own sexual harassment claims. Yes, those now qualify as campaign contributions. They must be publicly disclosed. Except, of course, they're not publicly disclosed, and they never will be. Why is that? Well, that might be a question for congressional leaders, including, now that we think about it, Congressman Adam Schiff of Burbank, California. He's the incoming chairman of the House Intelligence Committee.
And we as citizens need to deserve that these congressmen who used, or women, that use this slush fund to cover their own arses, to get elected, by the way, to pay off sexual harassment complaints. We need this public, and we need it now as Americans. And they're gonna try to impeach Trump for this, the same thing they did. Only the difference is Trump didn't use your money. These Congress people used your money. They used my money.
Our money. That's right.
Well, my money is not your money, Stan. I mean, I love you, but come on. I'm still feeling it from the interview. If two guys called up and both of them sounded like they were a little bit, they were crying.
Yeah.
And imagine what effect that had all over the country. How many people? Lisa just said, I never knew that anybody survived abortions. Well, guess what? I'm sure
That's true.
People keep it secret because the abortion industry doesn't want you to know that these are actually viable human beings. They don't want you to know that. All right, well, we're going to get off the subject. I'm fine. I don't want to break out in tears either, but anyway, support your local PRC center. Joe Dalton, Jane Dalton, I'm on the board, and we want to save babies, okay? That's what we're about, saving babies, and we don't just help them avoid abortion. They still have choices. They are magical almost in their ways of doing what they do. They 97.7% or something like that success ratio of convincing women, not browbeating them, but convincing them that there's a living human being and that there is a way out, and that we will help them. And we don't just help them at birth. We help them through the birth, after the birth. They get financial counseling. We encourage that they get married if they're not. And we want those babies to live, all right? And we're going to be sending babies to Congress here in January very soon. So if you want to contribute to that, go to the PRC website. Of course, Joe maybe could call me and give us the actual detailed information of how you could contribute. And I'm so glad I'm on the board. I mean, I'm so proud. These people are, I'm Jewish, and they're all very, very religious Christians. And so far, they have not. They have let me sit with them at the big table. And I try to behave, and no, it's just a great thing, and I appreciate this being in that, and I'm sure I'm the first one in Rolla, Jewish person, to be put on the board of directors of the Pregnancy Resource Center. So thank you very much. I appreciate that. Anyways, we're back on the show, and I think we need to, what? Oh, you need to do something right now.
KKID, Salem, Rolla.
Why don't we get another break in? That way we'll catch up. How's that? All right, so we're going to be coming back. Call the show, 573-578-2700. Yes, we've changed our number for the time being. It's my own personal cell number. So after the show, you need to burden the piece of paper that it's on. I don't need any stalkers. No, you can call me if you like. I don't care. What's the big deal? My phone number is in 2 different places in all my restaurants.
Yeah,
right?
That's right.
Mm-hmm. Now, I personally take complaints. I don't answer the phone necessarily at 3 in the morning.
Right.
So you could leave me a message, but I have at times. I have. I know they're calling me because they're mad about something, but I don't really want to answer it then. But it's I do sometimes. I shock people because every once in a while I'm up to go to the bathroom and. Okay, somebody calls me, and they're shocked. And nobody else that I know of in McDonald's does this.
You tweet sometimes at 3 in the morning.
No, that's you.
Oh, that's me. That's
right.
Yeah,
you're the one that tweets 3 in the morning. I know. I'm a good boy. I go up to bed every night, right, honey?
Kind of.
What do you mean, kind of? Who else you got in the bed?
Well, there's a lot of sleeping on the couch that occurs.
Well, they're sleeping on a couch, but then I come up to bed. Okay?
As an icicle, yes.
Yeah, and that, you know what? That's your job, is to warm me up. All right, which one of you women out there, do all of you complain about your husband being cold when he comes to bed? I mean, do you both go to bed together every night? I'm interested, because I don't know. I mean,
well, honey, not only are you freezing, but you're also frigid. See, it's just a double problem.
If you'd like to make a comment on this, call 555.
Let me tell you. Let me tell you something about her. She told me to come when she was coming home the other day. She says, "Hey, fix me a stiff one, and then fix me a drink." Shame on you.
You just couldn't keep it clean.
Shame on you. Oh my gosh.
We need to take a break.
All right, did I do anything wrong there?
No,
all right, let's take a break.
no.
Call 573-578-2700 and get it off your chest.
Why settle for the forecast when you can control it? Hartley's Climate Control is your locally owned heating, air conditioning, plus so much more company. Hartley's offers residential and commercial sales, service, and installation in the areas of heating and cooling, hearth and home, handyman services, and more to the Rolla, St. James, and surrounding areas. Call 573-368-3163 or visit them online at www.hartleyscc.com. Hartley's Climate Control, community-born, community-raised, community serving.
Price Chopper and Rolla for the best quality products and the freshest produce in the area. With a full-service deli, bakery, and butcher cafe, you can feed the whole family with ease. Cold cuts to sushi, barbecue, and a huge salad bar. Kick back and relax and enjoy your lunch in our dining room, located in Forum Plaza on Forum Drive in Rolla. Don't forget to sign up for a rewards program and save money on groceries today. For orders and catering, give them a call today at 573-364-1771. Open 7 days a week, 6 a.m. to 11 p.m. Price Chopper and Rolla.
Reality check number 14. Getting a house loan shouldn't take longer than building your house. At Town & Country Bank, we have a solution for that. We know you're anxious to start building your dream home, so we make loans quick and easy. We don't have to send off to some big city for a decision. Your decision is made here, and your loan stays here. Town & Country Bank. Smart, friendly solutions. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
The Chevy Employee Discount is back for everyone at Fairground Auto Plaza in Rolla. The price we pay is the price you pay, not a cent more. Right now, get $12,500 in total value on a new 2018 Silverado LT All-Star. When you need to get things done, you need a 2018 Chevy Silverado. Strong, capable, and built to stand the test of time. Stop in today at Fairground Auto Plaza at 100 Fairgrounds Road for full details. Chevy, find new roads.
Imagine if you could get your McDonald's favorites for only a few dollars. Wouldn't that be great?
Jen?
You just hand over $1 and bam, you're eating a delicious cheeseburger.
You can do that. On McDonald's $1, $2, $3 menu, you can get a cheeseburger for just $1. You can even get 6-piece Chicken McNuggets made with all white meat for $2. Jen, what you doing?
Get in, Joe. There's a 6-piece Chicken McNuggets with my name on it. Dreams really do come true. Prices and participation may vary. Cannot be combined with any other offer or combo meal. Tax extra.
Follow me at DaveWeinbaum.net, at The Dave Weinbaum on Twitter, and streaming live on the Dave Weinbaum Show Facebook page.
I think we're seeing is a coming attraction to what the report will be. And I think the report will set out a circumstantial case based on all the lying that's taking place, a circumstantial case for arguably political sins. But I don't see any crimes. Collusion itself is not a crime. Using information given by Russia to WikiLeaks would not be a crime unless the campaign participated with WikiLeaks in the hacking itself. And there's no evidence to support that. So what I'm afraid is going to happen is this special counsel, whose job it is only to find crimes, not sins, only crimes, will blur the line between crimes and sins and write a report designed to put the president in a bad light, but in the end they won't be able to find any specific violations of federal criminal statutes.
Alan Dershowitz, liberal, all right? And I was wondering, after Michael Cohen went on George Stephanopoulos' show on ABC today, where he threw the president under the bus, implying that the president is somehow guilty of a crime, even though he was his lawyer. And this guy saying how loyal he was to Donald Trump. Well, if I had a lawyer tape my conversations, I don't know what I'd do to him, but it wouldn't be nice and it wouldn't be pretty. And that's what Michael Cohen did. Why don't he just resign? Say, hey, get another lawyer. That's not being loyal to anybody.
Nope.
That's being, I think it's criminal, quite frankly. He has revealed things that I believe were attorney-client privilege, and they still don't have a crime. Dershowitz came on this morning. I waited a minute or two to come in the studio this morning and heard it on Fox News that Dershowitz said the same thing after this. He says there's no crime. He says, and Cohen ought to know this, that Donald Trump directing him to pay for being blackmailed by these women was not a crime. He used his own money, and he directed him to do it. So if it wasn't legal, then that's Cohen's fault.
Right.
And it's legal.
I don't think it was legal for him to record him, neither, without his knowledge.
No, I don't think so. John, that's probably a bar situation. He ought to be debarred as a lawyer.
Yep.
John, what was his name?
Podesta?
The guy, huh?
Podesta?
No, the guy that ran for president. He had the same thing. Edwards, yeah. Same thing happened to him. He wasn't kicked out of the race or anything like that. That wasn't impeachable.
He was a Democrat.
And now you got this congressional thing where all these guys have been paying it off with their own money.
With taxpayer
money. No. Wait a minute. Did I say their own money?
Yeah.
No. With our money. They've been paying off whoever they did harassed or had sexual relations with, didn't want it known. And, well, could that not be for getting elected?
Well, it has to be.
It's for getting
elected all the time.
I mean, once you get elected, then you still got to get elected, and that's where you pay them off. Hi there, Hi there, welcome to the Dave Weinbaum Show. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
This is Chester from north of Doolittle.
Hello there, Chester. How are you?
I'm pretty good, thank you.
Good.
All of this nonsense going on in the media with everything is a crime. Everything is a stinking crime. Every single report, every news story, it's another stinking crime by the president.
Right.
They are going to so pollute and corrupt and break the minds of so many people. This is really, really dangerous. What they're doing.
Well, yeah.
The media and the Democrats together. They're going to destroy the fabric of this country.
Yes, they are doing
because there will be no respect for the law or anybody. There's no respect for politicians, obviously. There's no respect for law and order in this country. And now we're just screaming that everything is a crime. There are no crimes. They just keep twisting what's being said.
And every time they say one, like I say, they turn another Trump voter walks away from the Democratic Party.
Yeah, well, one does, but there's another one out there. There's another Democrat whose brain is just snapping even further into the dirt.
Well, the Democrats that are going to stay with the Democrats are going so far left. They're joining Antifa and things and creating violence against people wearing MAGA hats, for example. Make America Great hats. Ooh, I said it. What are you going to do? Okay?
Yep.
So,
By the way,
yes.
change subject to that, your previous caller about the abortion survivor.
Yeah.
And you made a comment that you didn't know that people survive abortions. I just want to bring up one thing that people need to remember. Remember, you don't hear about it anymore, but remember this thing called partial birth abortion?
Yeah.
You know what partial birth abortion is?
Yeah. It's where they
perfectly normal full-term birth while it is happening.
Right. And they murder the child by jabbing something into its brain. Yeah.
Well, they stabbed it. They killed it. But just to remind how horrible it can be.
And never forget Jim O'Keefe in Project Veritas revealing these Planned Parenthood workers who were bragging about selling body parts, selling baby body parts. That could have happened to Melissa, who I just talked to on the phone. A beautiful young woman, a wife, a mom, and a person that's always going to have to deal with the fact that she was an aborted person. And it's got to play awful things with your mind. And here she is attesting to the fact that it happened to her. And this partial birth abortion stuff it's just so criminal. It's just incredible. So, all right. Well, thank you very much, Chester. I really appreciate it. Hi to Martha.
Have a good one.
All right, you too. And yes, you're in the contest. All right. All right, you want to be in the contest for the fabulous McDonald's $35 gift card? Call 573-578-2700. How's that? You know, we're getting the same amount of callers, if not more.
We are.
I'm amazed. I mean, I got a really loyal crew out there.
Yes, you do.
And that's not knowing that we had phone problems until the show started. So, all right, we're back in the show, and now we're going to hear from one of this show's favorites, Laura Loomer. Hit it.
Dr. Amy Cooper Hakeem.
Okay, Dr. Amy Cooper Hakeem. All right, hit it.
All right.
Now, if you feel that you can't go on, because all of your hope is gone, and your life is filled with much confusion, until happiness is just an illusion, and your world around is crumbling down, darling, reach out. Come on, girl, reach out for me. Reach out for me. I'll be there with the love that will shine for you. I'll be there with the love that will see you through.
Amy, I'm good. How are you?
Doing well, thanks.
Great. Are you ready?
I am.
Ladies and gentlemen, bad boss expert, pixie pacer, motivational speaker, singer, writer, and the official shrink to the Dave Weinbaum Show. Boy, do we need her. Dr. Amy Cooper Hakeem. Hi, Dr. Amy. How are you?
Hi. Doing well, thanks. How are you?
I'm good, thanks. Hey, most people struggle to fight back after a few losses. You know, we get down in the dumps, and it's like we want to quit, and we don't know if we're effective anymore, and we have these bad thoughts about ourselves. What's your advice for them?
My advice is to find something positive. Find something that you're good at in that situation. Find something that you might be able to tackle effectively, and break this larger goal of beating or winning or conquering this task into something smaller and more manageable. That way you can have a very small win, a baby step, so to speak, and then eventually, hopefully, accomplish that larger goal.
So you turn it around by lowering your goals for the moment and just getting a small win. Is that right?
Right. So I mean, lowering a goal means something different to me. That would mean actually saying, you know what, I'm not going to reach for this high goal or this high achievement. Instead, what I'm suggesting is still hope for that, but break that goal down into smaller, more attainable chunks so that you can get where you want. And also, we either learn to fail or we fail to learn. And we need to remember that it's okay to fail. Failure helps us to move forward. So we need to look at what we're doing wrong, take ownership and be accountable, hold ourselves accountable for whatever role we had in the failure, and then see what we can do differently, what path we might take, or how we might veer a little bit to the right or a little bit to the left so that we still get to our end goal, but perhaps in a little bit of a different way.
But you got to keep fighting. If you keep losing and losing and losing and losing, and you don't see a way out, you still got to fight somehow, don't you?
You do, and sometimes it's nice to rely on the advice of someone who has been successful in that area. You know, finding a mentor or someone who is able to provide or impart a bit of knowledge or guidance, even if it's, you know what, you'll get through this. that sometimes can really help coming from someone who has been in those exact same spots or in that same place previously.
I've been in that position, and that's when I got therapy. And the guy, I was in therapy for about 1.5 years, and he showed me how to prioritize. After I didn't know which one to go after first. There were so many things wrong, and that really helped.
And when you're able to prioritize and you're able to allow yourself the opportunity to know that you matter, your ideas matter, what you're feeling matters, and the fact that you aren't successful in that area or that you're having this downfall, it's only temporary. And you need to surround yourself with the resources and the people in order to change that immediate thing that's going on, so that in fact in the future you're going to see something positive.
So tell me,
but it can take a lot of. Think about a chef who's making a cake or making a secret sauce. That first bite, it might not be great, and the chef, I mean, you picture in the movies, the chef throws the pot in the air and all of the spaghetti sauce flies everywhere, and then he adds in a different spice and yet a different spice until finally it's perfected. And so that's not a bad thing. All of those episodes might have been considered failures, but if we look at it that we're actually working to refine and build and improve, then we're in a better spot.
So tell me, Dr. Amy, did you jolt out of bed this morning?
I actually did.
Whoa!
Today I did. I jolted out of bed, but I don't generally. I jolt when I get my rest.
You didn't hurt.
When
You didn't
I have
hurt
something
anything.
Important to do.
You didn't hurt anything, did you?
No.
Good. We're well. Here, I want to ask this next question. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. Does that sound familiar? It's from the
yes.
Apparently, you're the Boca voice. Tell us how we can self-care.
So self-care is when we are able to recognize that we are important and take enough of a breath so that we do what we need in order to feel happy and satisfied. So I love to sing, and so I do make it a priority to take some time just for myself to sing or to stop and literally smell the roses. We have a beautiful tree outside of our house, and when it blooms only certain times of year, I literally will stop and look at the tree. I pause. It might take 20 seconds, but those 20 seconds I look and I say, gosh, this is pretty. That makes me happy. For someone else, it might be something completely different. But recognizing that you are important enough to do something to make yourself feel that you don't just go to work every day, that you don't just take care of a family member or a loved one, but you actually have your own self-worth. And we have to allow ourselves to have that and recognize that we're important. And if we don't think that we are important, then how can we expect others to think that we are important?
Every time a butterfly wants one, give them a ride on your shoulder. How's that?
I like
and I mean
that.
that. I've had that before. I mean, this is, everybody was brushing it away, and I said, no. It's kind of cool. I mean, come on.
It is real. They're beautiful, beautiful creatures.
Absolutely. Really good. I still remember that. It's a good feeling. Okay, the big holiday's coming up for the Christians, right? We've had ours. Now the big one is Christmas. So how are people going to not go crazy during the Christmas holiday?
Well, I think we need to step away from the idea of perfection. When we are focused solely on trying to make the biggest, the best present, the best tree, the best family gathering, then we sort of forget what the meaning is of the holiday. And so when remembering the importance of gratitude and humility and just kindness, letting that drive us forward can actually help us to feel more appreciative and less in competition with the Joneses. So a lot of times, just because of that need to always be better or do more or have a better picture on Facebook or Instagram, than perhaps our neighbor, then the attitude and the drive of the holiday is different than, I assume, what was originally meant all those years back.
By the way, that question came from Jesse, the producer. 2 thumbs up from Jesse right there. Hey,
good job, Jesse.
Dr. Amy, where can people find you?
So I am on Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, and Instagram at Amy Cooper Hakeem. And my book, Working with Difficult People, Handling the 10 Types of Problem People Without Losing Your Mind, is anywhere books are sold, also on Amazon. It's in ebook and audio format as well.
Dr. Amy, why did the Sushis divorce?
Why?
Too many eye rolls? Ladies and gentlemen, Dr. Amy Cooper Hakeem. Thank you, Dr. Amy. You have a great, great weekend. How do you allot the kids?
Thank you. You got it. Take
Thanks.
care. Bye.
She's always great. I tell you what, she's fun. Anyways, the family is great. Elad and his wife.
It's his birthday. Today is Elad.
Yeah, happy birthday, Elad.
45th.
That's right. Yeah.
45 years old.
Yeah.
I thought for a moment there it was a anniversary. 45. I'm thinking to myself, how is this a 45-year anniversary? No, that's not possible. Every once, I get tired doing all this show prep, and I'm not the sharpest. I'm not the sharpest in the. I'm not the sharpest knife in the knife holder. All right.
Well, you remember Big Al from the other place.
Oh, yeah, sure.
It's his anniversary today, too.
I actually wished him a happy anniversary. I said I liked it.
Yeah.
On his Facebook page.
Right, okay.
Well, hi there. Welcome to the Dave Weinbaum Show. What's your name and where are you calling from?
Bill from Salem.
Okay,
Bill from Salem. Did you get your McDonald's gift card?
Yes, I did. Thank you very much.
Well, thank you for being such a great participant in the Dave Weinbaum Show. What can I do for you today?
Well, I might have missed it, but did you see where that Ortega Cortez was saying that she had a menorah when she was growing up? Did you see that?
She says she's a fellow Jew. It's 1024th, and I heard she too suffered what happened to Elizabeth Warren. She got bit by a mosquito, sucked out all the Jewish blood. So what are you going to do? No, but you know what? That's somewhat believable. Let me tell you something about that. That's a very interesting point that she claims Jewish ancestry. Because I was in Barbados about 25 years ago, which is not far from Puerto Rico. All right, it's a Caribbean island, South Caribbean. And when I went off on my own one day just to explore it, and I ended up at this synagogue in the main town there. I forget what it was. I ended up in a synagogue, and attached to the synagogue was a graveyard. And I'm walking through the graveyard, and I'm seeing years on these gravestones. 1498, 1520. I mean, so there probably is a little truth to her story. I believe her story from where she came from a lot more than I would believe Elizabeth Warren.
Right.
So I think she's got a little more credibility there.
Well, except the fact that just the day before she went to that group that supported BDS.
Yeah, well, it doesn't. Listen, there are Jews that support BDS. All right, it's a horrible thing, all trying to kill Israel and stuff like that. There's a lot of Jews out there that are anti-Israeli. And how about that? Isn't that incredible? And it's called self-hating Jews.
Yeah, and very left-wing. Also, a lot of them.
Yeah, which she is. Right. So you can have Jewish blood and not and hate Jews. You want to join the enemy, so to speak. All right, well, my friend Bill, thank you so much. Bill from...
Well,
go ahead.
I need to apologize.
Okay.
I was going to call earlier, but I heard you was getting a little behind, so I didn't want to interrupt you and Lisa.
Let me tell you something about that little behind. Oh, don't get me started.
Be very careful.
I will be a dead man before the end of the show if we talk about little behinds. Stop it! Don't look for something to throw. And especially don't look for something to shoot.
At least people that like big butts can't lie, You remember that song?
No. Do not start.
Butts and I cannot lie.
Do not start. Okay, this phone call has to stop.
All right, Bill. Thanks.
All right, thanks, Bill from Salem. All right.
We appreciate you.
And you know what? We're going to be back. We're going to take another break. We got We got the 7th break, right?
Yeah, actually, let's listen to this first.
Okay.
The new Amazon Echo has everyone asking Alexa for help.
Alyssa, what time is it? What the hell is wrong with this blasted thing? Amanda!
But the latest technology isn't always easy to use for people of a certain age.
These kids done bought me a busted machine again. Oh, yes, sir.
That's why Amazon partnered with AARP to present the new Amazon Echo Silver, the only smart speaker device designed specifically to be used by the greatest generation. It's super loud and responds to any name even remotely close to Alexa, so they can find out the weather.
Allegra, what is the weather outside?
It is 74 degrees and sunny.
Huh?
It is 74 degrees and sunny.
Where?
Outside.
What about it?
The temperature outside is 74 degrees and sunny.
I don't know about that.
The latest in sports.
Clarissa, how many did old Satchel strike out last night?
Satchel Paige died in 1982.
How many did he get?
Satchel Paige is dead.
He what now?
Died.
Who did?
Satchel Paige.
Oh. I don't know about that.
All right. That's very funny, and Stan brought that to the show. Thank you, Stan. Well, actually, I actually turned that one down. I didn't think it was that funny, but listen, I was wrong. What do you want? What are you doing?
I tried to show you that bit a long time ago, and you rejected it.
I think you're full of it. First you made up a joke, which I don't remember, and now it's a bit that you showed me. You showed me this bit?
Honey, your old timers are showing.
Yes. What's your name? Where do I have to go May 23rd? That's I don't remember. I don't remember. All right, we're going to take a break. Call the show 573-578-2700. Get it off your chest.
Hi, this is Sarah Weinbaum, massage therapist at Lavish Day Spa, formerly known as Terra Day Spa. Come visit me at our all-new location on North Bishop next to Steak and Shake. Come take your stress and worries away with our full-service salon and day spa, featuring discounts on Dermalogica and other skincare items offered with a purchase of a facial. New location, same number, 364-0905. Come sail away at Lavish Day Spa in Rolla.
Does your trip to the dentist office sound like this? If so, it's time to come see the friendly staff at Forum Dental, where they make dentistry simple and fun. Forum Dental is committed to patient satisfaction and high-quality dental care. So come to Forum Dental, where they do it all, from teeth cleaning and whitening to bridges and crowns and so much more. At Forum Dental, they make every dental experience a pleasant one. Forum Dental, working together to be better. Visit their website at forumdental.com.
If you're in the food business and your walk-in cooler quits, do you think you can call just any heating and refrigeration guy to fix it? Think again. Time is money, and you don't want to have to wait while an air conditioner repairman tries to figure out what's wrong. At Cox Brothers, food equipment repair is who we are. We have the specialized training and know-how to protect your expensive and fragile inventory while we repair your broken equipment. When you need food service repairs, go right to the experts. Cox Brothers Food Equipment Repair in St. James. We'll keep the hot side hot and the cold side cold.
At Premier Title Group, we realize that one of the most important decisions in your life is when you purchase or sell your property. We strive to treat each customer like they are part of our family. At Premier Title Group, we offer quick yet very accurate title searches and will close your real estate transaction in a timely manner. With unmatched customer service, you'll find that we truly live up to our motto, providing you with a premier experience during your real estate transaction, serving Phelps and its surrounding counties. Remember, when it comes to title insurance, you have a choice. Choose Premier Title Group. May God bless our troops and our emergency responders.
The Flooring Factory Outlet in St. James has the best prices and the biggest selection in the area, and they can save you the most money. From incredible ceramic tile to hardwood, carpet, and laminate, the Flooring Factory Outlet can do the deal. So if you need flooring, they have it. Open Monday through Friday from 9 till 5 and Saturday from 10 till 4. Easy to find at 1111 West James Boulevard in St. James or call 265-1111. The Flooring Factory Outlet, the #1 flooring store in the area.
Fixing your computer should be as easy as learning your ABCs, right?
Wrong. The easiest way to fix a computer is to take a hammer to it, but that doesn't fix anything. So go back to the ABC basics, or really just the A, like an A1 Tech of Rolla LLC. A1 Tech takes the stress out of repairs for you with quick turnaround on all electronic repairs. With mobile pickup and on-site services, including evening and weekends, A1 Tech will be sure to have you up and running as quickly as possible. Give them a call at 458-9175 or visit a1techofrolla.com.
Follow me at DaveWeinbaum.net, at The Dave Weinbaum on Twitter, and streaming live on the Dave Weinbaum Show Facebook page.
So is it a prosecutor's job constitutionally to paint a politician or anyone in a, quote, bad light without charging him with relevant crimes? I mean, that's not in his purview,
No,
is
it's
it?
worse. It's worse than improper. It's unconstitutional. The grand jury has a specific function. It's supposed to only indict or not indict. Indeed, prosecutors generally don't issue reports for that reason because they only hear one side of the case. They don't hear the other side. There's no cross-examination of witnesses. That's why it's regarded as wrong for prosecutors to issue reports. That's what Comey did wrong. He should never have gone beyond saying we're not indicting Hillary Clinton.
Exactly,
In fact, he shouldn't have said it at all. It should have been a Justice Department official. And now I think it's wrong for there to be a public report laying out a political case.
Yeah, that's Alan Dershowitz again. And talk about people talking about a case. James Comey, the ex-head of the FBI, decided that as an investigator that he wasn't going to investigate Hillary emails. It's not his job. He's supposed to investigate, turn the evidence over to the lawyers in the DOJ, the prosecutors, and they're supposed to decide. You know, this whole thing has been screwed with to the limit. Hi there. Welcome to the Dave Weinbaum Show. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Hey, it's Ron from Davisville.
Hi, Ron. What's up, buddy?
Hey, you know, the only reason that it's illegal for to be paying these partners off is because it's Trump doing it.
Oh, yeah, of course.
The only reason it's wrong to build a wall is because it's Trump doing it.
Sure. We all know that, yeah.
Did you see that video he tweeted yesterday?
I might have. Refresh me.
One where he was talking about, you know, the meeting he had.
Yeah, with Nancy and
right.
And Schumer.
He showed both of them saying, you know, how they want the wall. And,
right. Oh, yeah.
Obama wanting it. And
sure.
Hillary wanting it. It's they're just terrible.
Well, we're gonna have that on the last break. We're gonna have a bit of that from Trump versus Pelosi and Schumer on that couch, because that was amazing stuff. This is why you gotta love this president. And he made those people cringe to the extent that they're almost begging him not to debate this in public.
About ready to crawl.
I thought Chucky Schumer, he was slouched so low at the end. I thought he was going to crawl out on all fours of the White House. They were so beaten down, and Pelosi isn't smart enough to know that she was beaten down. She's smart in other ways, but you know, the contradictions in the Democrat. Even Hillary said we need a barrier. Just a couple of years ago, we need a barrier. What's a barrier? Well, a wall is a type of a barrier. I mean, give me. These people are. You know what? They found out that they could use immigrants and they could grab their votes. That's all that is. They don't care about the safety of anybody. You know,
and
anybody.
More and more immigrants are realizing that.
Absolutely. All right, my friend.
Have a great day. Good.
You have a great weekend. Thanks for calling again, Ron. All right, we're going to hear from. You want to do the last break first?
It's up to you.
Let's do the last break, and then we're going to hear from Laura Loomer. All right, see what she's up to. Call the show after that, 570, because you're still eligible for the fabulous McDonald's gift card, $35 card, all the fresh beef and stuff like that. It's really good stuff. I know, because, well, I kind of work there. Anyways, call the show, 573-578-2700. Get it off your chest.
Imagine if you could get your McDonald's favorites for only a few dollars. Wouldn't that be great?
Jen?
You just hand over $1 and bam, you're eating a delicious cheeseburger.
You can do that. On McDonald's $1, $2, $3 menu, you can get a cheeseburger for just $1. You can even get 6-piece chicken McNuggets made with all white meat for $2. Jen, what you doing?
Get in, Joe. There's a 6-piece chicken McNuggets with my name on it. Really do come true. Prices and participation may vary. Cannot be combined with any other offer or combo meal. Tax extra.
If you've been waiting till the end of the year to get the best deal on a new vehicle, then your wait is over. I'm Jeremy Shelton, General Manager, and the Big Finish event is going on right now at Taylor Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram. We have literally thousands of dollars of incentives available, or up to 72 months with 0% financing on qualified vehicles. Come see why the Jeep Wrangler and the Ram 1500 were voted Motor Trend's 2019 SUV and Truck of the Year. It's the Big Finish event going on now at your hometown dealer, Taylor Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram, or online at TaylorChryslerRolla.com.
When it comes to making travel plans, Trips and More Travel Agency of Rolla has skilled agents to help you plan that perfect getaway. With over 27 years of combined experience, the agents are dedicated to providing you the highest quality of customer service, specializing in custom travel, family vacation, and destination weddings. Trips and More can make your vacation unique and fun. Stop in today at 116 West 8th Street in Rolla or call 341-3300. That's 341-3300.
Fixing your computer should be as easy as learning your ABCs, right? Wrong. The easiest way to fix a computer is to take a hammer to it, but that doesn't fix anything. So go back to the ABC basics, or really just the A, like an A1 Tech of Rolla LLC. A1 Tech takes the stress out of repairs for you with quick turnaround on all electronic repairs. With mobile pickup and on-site services, including evening and weekends, A1 Tech will be sure to have you up and running as quickly as possible. Give them a call at 458-9175 or visit A1TechofRolla.com.
Come see the professionals at Brown Vet Clinic of Rolla, where they promise to place your pet's health and wellness above all considerations. They communicate openly with you about the individual preventative needs of your pet and help protect them from common infectious and contagious diseases while using the best available methods, no matter how big or small the animal. The staff is there to help you 24/7 and will get you an appointment as quickly as possible. Give Brown Vet Clinic a call today for all your animal needs. 364-1919.
When it comes to investing, here's something to think about. First, are you satisfied with results? Has your advisor taken the time to learn your investment objectives and devised a plan for achieving them? If you answered no to any of those questions, it's time to call St. Louis money manager Lindbergh Capital Management at 314-416-0055. You'll quickly see the difference. They take the time to get to know you, learn your goals, and what's appropriate for you. Call Lindbergh Capital Management today at 314-416-0055.
Follow me at DaveWeinbaum.net, at The Dave Weinbaum on Twitter, and streaming live on the Dave Weinbaum Show Facebook page.
To negotiate with you about how we can keep the government open.
We're going to keep it open if we have border security. If we don't have border security, Chuck, we're not going to keep it open.
I'm with you. We are going to have border security.
And it's the same border. You're bragging about what has been done.
By us.
We want to do the same thing we did last year, this year. That's our proposal. If it's good then, it's good now, and it won't shut down the government.
Chuck, we can build a
But
much
that's it.
bigger
Let's
section with
debate.
more money.
Let's debate in private. Okay? Yeah. Let's debate in private.
The wall is a part of border security. You can't have very good border security without the wall. No.
That's really not true.
Just
That is a political promise. Border security is a way to effectively honor our
And
responsibility.
the experts say you can do border security without a wall, which is wasteful and doesn't solve the problem.
It totally solves the
But I
problem.
don't want to take this.
And it's very
Unfortunately,
important.
this has spiraled downward when we came at a place to say, how do we meet the needs of American people who have needs? The economy has, people are losing their jobs, the market's in a mood. Our members are already...
Well, we have the lowest unemployment that we've had in 50 years.
60 people of the Republican Party are losing their offices now because of the transition. People are not...
Nancy, we've gained in the Senate. Excuse me, did we win the Senate? We won the Senate.
When the president brags that he won North Dakota and Indiana, he's in real trouble.
I
did.
Let me say this.
We did win
Let me say this.
North Dakota
This
and
is the
Indiana.
most unfortunate thing. We came in here in good faith. and we're entering into this kind of a discussion in the public view.
But it's not bad, Nancy. It's called transparency.
I know. It's not transparency when we're not stipulating to a set of facts and when we want to have a debate with you about saying we confront some of those facts.
You know what? We need border security. That's what we're going to be talking about, border security. If we don't have border security, we'll shut down the government. This country needs border security. The wall is a part of border security. Let's have a talk. We're going to get the wall built, and we've done a lot of wall already.
How big a part of border security is the wall?
It's a big section. It's a big part of it.
Is it everything that you need?
It's a big part of it.
And the President of the United States went on to say, okay, if it's going to take shutting down the government, put it on me. It'll be my fault, but we're getting the wall. You know what? That's music to Trump supporters.
Yep.
And the government doesn't shut down. It's not everything shuts down.
Non-essential.
It's non-essential stuff, and people still get paid their Social Security and stuff like that.
Still get mail.
Okay, still get mail, and I mean, come on, all right? He is absolutely right. He was elected by saying that, and they say, "Oh, well, it's just a campaign promise." Well, maybe it's a campaign promise to those jerks who don't believe in keeping their campaign promises.
Right.
But this president promised it, and he's going to do whatever he can to get it through. All right, we're going to listen to Laura Loomer very shortly, and then we're going to draw our winner of the fabulous $35 McDonald's. But apparently we have the Sicilian moment first. And I'll be quiet. You must be dieting because you're running a little behind. Forget about it. Well, Lisa, I don't know if I can talk about that. Can I talk about that?
Better not.
You know what? You don't need a Sicilian. I got a German woman here who just knocked me sillier than I already am.
Not possible.
Better watch
No. Lisa, forget about it.
Lack of trim make you brave.
Oh. All right, that's enough for the Sicilian moment. Thank you. The Sicilian out there is listening. I hope he approves.
I really can't stay.
Okay, you're free to go.
I've got to go away.
Understood, no means no.
This evening has been
super appropriate.
So very nice.
But I do understand consent.
My mother will start to worry.
Definitely text her right now.
Will be pacing the floor.
Here's the code and there is the
so
door.
Really I'd better scurry.
I am gonna stand over
well,
here.
Maybe just a half a drink
You
more.
are in control of this
the
thing.
Neighbors might think.
Invite them over if you like.
Say, what's in this drink?
Nothing but Sprite.
I wish I knew how
Just walk right out
to
the door.
break the spell.
I do know how to spell harassment.
No,
I hear you loud and
At least
clear.
I'm gonna say that I tried.
I'm trying super hard. Please just go out, baby. Just go outside.
I simply must go.
Uber is right outside.
The answer is no.
Seriously, right outside.
The welcome has been
I'll walk you to
so
the curb.
nice and warm.
But totally consensual.
There's bound to be talk tomorrow.
Hopefully not about
At least
us.
there will be plenty implied.
Please do not imply anything.
I really can't stay.
Baby, just go out. Baby, just go. Baby, just go outside. You know, we just like to be politically correct on this show,
Well,
and
sure.
I think, well, you know, we don't want to offend anybody, and you know, the Sprite. I mean, there's sugar in Sprite, isn't there? Unless it's a diet Sprite, and I'm not sure that's appropriate.
We definitely don't want to, mess with the American woman, do we?
We do not want to offend anybody, and especially American women. That's true.
That's right.
All right, but yeah, there we go.
Ladies and gentlemen, conservative investigative reporter uncovering corruption and censorship in America, and the Lois Lane to the Dave Weinbaum Show, Laura Loomer. Hi, Laura. How are you?
I'm doing well. Thanks for having me again.
My pleasure. Hey, I see where PayPal has just stripped you of your fundraising abilities. Tell me about it.
Not PayPal, GoFundMe.
GoFundMe. Okay.
Yes. Yeah, so GoFundMe, of course, they banned me, and they also banned pages that were set up by my supporters to raise funds for me for my journalism. And so it's really interesting because, they said that I was in violation of their terms of service, but the fundraiser itself was just simply to combat big tech censorship and basically raise money for legal fees. And when I got the email from GoFundMe, they didn't tell me what exactly I had violated. They simply said that you are in violation of the terms of service. But that's what they do when they start banning conservatives. They never let you know what exactly you are in violation of or what you did wrong. They just simply come up with some excuse so that they can further deplatform you and make your life complicated. And of course, this comes about 2 weeks after I was permanently banned by Twitter. And then the day after I was banned by Twitter, I was banned by Facebook for 30 days. And I'm just starting to think that I'm like the most banned Jew post-Holocaust. I'm banned everywhere. It's almost like I can't do anything.
I think I agree with you. Let me ask you this, and I want to mention this later in the interview too. Where can people contribute to you?
Well, I have a Bitcoin wallet, and I also, for now, I have PayPal. They haven't taken away my PayPal or my Patreon yet, but I'm in discussion with people for alternative platforms that aren't going to censor me as well, so that I can have an alternative without having to worry every single day if I'm going to get an email telling me that my source of funding is gone. But in the meantime, people can still support me on PayPal. You can also go to my website and email me if you want to send a check. I can send a check, an address where people can send the check, of course, as well. But it's scary to think that we're living in a world now where you may not even be able to make an income or have a voice or have a presence on the internet simply because you're a conservative.
Tell us how social media is blasting Sharia alleged blasphemers.
Right, so social media users are now getting notifications telling them that they're in violation of Pakistani law. And Pakistani law, of course, is Islamic law, Sharia law. And users who don't even live in the Middle East, people who live in Canada and Australia, have been getting notifications telling them that their tweets critical of Islam or critical of the hijab or the niqab are violations. And so essentially Twitter and Facebook, they are enforcing Sharia law by telling people that they're going to be punished if they continue violating these laws, right?
These are people that live in other nations, other countries.
Yes.
They don't live in Pakistan.
Yes, but of course, as you saw, I was permanently banned by Twitter because I criticized Sharia law.
Right.
So because I criticized Ilhan Omar, who's one of these newly elected congresswomen-elect from Minnesota, this lady who's in favor of female genital mutilation, she married her brother, she's a Muslim, she's an immigrant, I was permanently banned, right? But it makes sense because if you look at the ownership of these big tech companies and the biggest shareholders, well, it's the Saudis, right? And there's a lot of Muslim money that is now influencing Silicon Valley. And now we're seeing what myself and Michelle Malkin and others are now calling Sharia Silicon Valley or Silicon Valley Sharia. Right. And it's concerning because if you see people complain about being banned or shut down on social media, there's a common thread among most people who have been censored. And it's the fact that they are speaking out against Islam, they're speaking out against Islamic terrorism, they're speaking out against jihad and Sharia. But then you can have access to all of these platforms like GoFundMe, PayPal, Twitter, Facebook, whatever it may be, even if you are an Islamic terrorist. So we see that groups like Hamas and the Muslim Brotherhood and CARE all have verified social media platforms, and they're able to use PayPal to fundraise. But if you're a conservative, you'll be banned. So essentially, big tech is funding Islamic terrorism, and they're giving a platform to Islamic terrorists.
Let's make something clear to the audience. Can Sharia law be active right beside our Constitution? Or can it be okay to be in Sharia law? Why?
No. Because Sharia is incompatible with the United States Constitution, just like Islam is completely incompatible with Western civilization and the United States Constitution.
Why?
So, why?
Yeah.
Because their values are inherently oppositional to what we believe in as Americans, right? There is no freedom of religion under Sharia, right? You either submit to Islam or you're killed, essentially, right? Mm-hmm. Islam itself views itself as a political ideology, and Sharia is the supreme law of the land for Muslims. But in the United States, we believe that our United States Constitution is the supreme law of the land. So how do those two coexist simultaneously? Well, they don't. You can't have two supreme laws of the land.
What percentage of Americans do you think believe this threat?
Believe what?
The threat of Sharia law possibly taking over America.
I think a lot of people are unaware of it and they're uneducated. And so when you say things like this, a lot of people think it's a conspiracy or some wild theory. But it is completely true. And the FBI themselves has discovered documentation which proves this. It's called the Explanatory Memorandum, and they're documents that were recovered in an FBI raid on a top Muslim Brotherhood official's home in Annandale, Virginia in 2003, I believe. And this document outlines the Muslim Brotherhood's plan to essentially take over America, subvert our institutions on all levels, and implement an Islamic caliphate in the United States.
And in some good news, which you don't have a lot of these days, you won the Citizen Journalist Award in Washington, D.C. Congratulations.
Yes, I did. Thank you.
Well deserved. Hey, where can people find you and contribute to you again?
Well, people can subscribe to my website, lauraloomer.us, and then, like I said, you can go on my website and you can contribute in the give or the donate section via my PayPal or my Patreon, paypal.me/Laura Loomer, and also you can send me an email and get an address where you can send a check.
Hey, Laura, I got some good news and bad news.
What's that?
The bad news is a plane full of Dalmatians crashed. The good news is that all the survivors were spotted. Ladies and gentlemen, Laura Loomer. You got to have a little laugh in all this misery here. Thank you so much for being on the Dave Weinbaum Show.
All right. Are we back, Stan? Or
we're back.
You didn't.
I'm sorry. She finally laughed.
Almost.
All right. Well, yeah.
It's the closest thing to a chuckle ever.
You know what? She's warming up. Okay?
She is.
She's warming up. I mean, she's got a tough life right now. Well, yeah.
Yeah.
You don't confront all those people,
right?
And be silly. I mean, she's very serious about what she does, and as I've told her personally. I have my filter of what I think is legit and what I think is frivolous or over the top, and she is neither of those. She is absolutely, totally, 100% legitimate.
Yeah.
And she can back up everything she says with facts.
Yeah.
And she's telling about what's happening in this country, and it's not good. All right?
Right. Yeah. Well,
okay.
Alexa's that way, too.
Sure.
Starting this year, Toyota and Lexus luxury models will come with Amazon Alexa.
Alexa, turn on the AC.
Turning on AC.
Finally, a virtual assistant to help you navigate.
Alexa, where's the nearest gas station?
Nearest gas station in 1.5 miles.
And to help maintain your vehicle.
Alexa, order more brake pads.
Ordering new brake pads. Although maybe if you didn't stop so close to the car in front of you.
I left plenty of room.
You drive too aggressively.
If you were just quiet for 2 seconds.
She'll talk to you literally the entire time you're driving.
I think you should have turned back there.
I know where I'm going!
Hi. You know why I pulled you over?
No, officer, I have...
Because we were driving 72 miles per hour in a 45 mile per hour zone.
Anything else I should know?
2 miles back, we rolled through a stop sign without coming to a complete stop. Also, there are illegal fireworks in the trunk.
Sir, I'm going to need you to step out of the car, please.
Amazon Alexa. You'll never get away from her.
Well, thank you, Stan.
Another
one never gets old, except when you don't turn my mic on.
Sorry about that.
That's all right. All right, we need a little bit of a drum roll here. I guess we're going to do that first. Oh, wait a minute. No. All right, that's good. Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of the fabulous McDonald's $35 gift card is another drum roll.
Okay, let's see.
There you go. You're right there. It's Lee from Richland.
All right.
Okay, let's hear it. Yeah. Way to be Lee. Thank you for being such a good friend of the Dave Weinbaum Show. And all of you that participated today when we had a phone go down. We got just as many calls, if not more,
Yeah, we did.
with just using my phone number. I guess, I don't know, all these people have been calling my phone number. How do they know that?
You never know, man. With a lefty, somebody lefty might be on the switch here
You
for
never
our
know.
phone
All right.
numbers.
Listen, I want to hit Dershowitz again, and so hit extra 5, please, and then we'll be.
Is it common
there you go.
for prosecutors, good people of integrity, to become caught up in a kind of vortex of zealotry, where they kind of lose sight of the law and become really focused on destroying people?
Well, I think that's the problem with special counsel, because you come in and there's somebody out there or people out there with targets on their back. And in this case, he went after so many people who had close connections to the president in an attempt to get him. You don't have to believe me. Listen to Judge Ellis, who presided over the Manafort case. He was very critical of how the special prosecutor is squeezing people, not only in order to make them sing, but in some cases, people are composing because they think the better the story, the better the deal. It also gives a lesson, an object lesson to criminal defense lawyers. Be careful when you make a deal, because when you make a deal with the prosecutors, they can really come back and hurt you. Look at what happened to Cohen. He made a deal. The special counsel says he's cooperated, but the U.S. attorney in New York says he still ought to get substantial jail time. That's why in 53 years of practicing law, I have very, very rarely made deals or made pleas with prosecutors because I basically don't trust them.
Alan Dershowitz is a big liberal. He's a lifetime Democrat, a Hillary supporter, an Obama supporter. And I find it perplexing for me to believe that this guy, who has a good mind, a great mind, after all, he was published right next to me in the Jewish World Review. I'm being facetious, but he's got a much better mind than I do. But still, I don't understand why he's aligned himself with what the Democratic Party has become. Yeah. They hate Israel.
Right.
They, for the most part, hate Jews. All right? They seem to want Sharia law. Okay? It's just incredible.
Maybe he's walking away.
Well, he ought to. I mean, I've tried to
truth.
contact him, and he doesn't respond. I don't know. You know, I throw out a lot of things to a lot of people.
Yeah.
And I'm very happy with the group of people that are on my show. And interestingly enough, I think they're pretty happy, too, to be on my show.
Yeah.
I think that, I promote the hell out of them. I promote the hell out of the show. And, it seems like I did it with one station. I'm doing it with this station. And with your help, Stan, and a lot better help than what I've had.
Yeah.
So I'm very happy here. And Steve, taking me in within 2 minutes of me coming in the door and us making the deal that quickly, over just 27 hours after I'm canceled from another station.
Right.
I mean, the biggest turnaround in history.
Showbiz history.
Showbiz history right there. All right, so now I've got 18 things left. So I'm going to go through it as all 18. No, it's probably not going to happen, but I'll get through a few. The racist Mexicans can't get rid of their fellow Latinos from Ecuador, Guatemala, and Syria. Wait a minute, Syria is not in, that's not in Central America, is it?
No.
Okay, well, they caught 10 terrorists coming through recently. All right.
Yeah.
So, and those from Central America, they're demanding $50,000 each. Why? Because America is evil, and we deserve it. Let's see, what else do I got? Oh, I wanted to talk about this. The Alabama football team. What an amazing thing happened. A year ago in the national championship game, the starting quarterback, Hicks, was having a rough time, and they were behind, and they replaced him with Toa. And Toa did great and replaced Hicks. Now Hicks, you would expect was really upset, and you would expect he would have gone somewhere else. He stayed with Alabama,
right?
And so just the last game, they were in bad shape, and Toa got hurt. Hicks came in and won the game, and Lou Saban says, "You know what? That guy could have gone anywhere. He could have done anything, but he decided to stay with it."
Right.
And he says that tells you more about his character than anything else. All right. Well, we're at the end of our run here. Listen, thank you so much for staying with us while we had the phone problem. I really appreciate it. And thank you for well, you know what? Merry Christmas. I'm going to be playing Santa Claus here in about a week. Wow, I think I got to start rehearsing, don't I? All right. Have a Merry Christmas, but we'll have a show before that. Have a great weekend. This is the Dave Weinbaum Show.